podcasts for dinner.
My mom's from Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So her accent, well, she lost her accent, but
Right.
the accent over there is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, for example, like I'm okay at it, but like we say, like, for example, like, say we're going to grab chicken and Coke.
Right.
They say chicken, like,
Oh, chicken.
and Coke.
Yeah, exactly. They do, yeah.
Right? And it's just like, when we went there like a few years ago, me and my dad went to McDonald's.
Right.
And because I support Liverpool, so like I watch a lot of interviews, so I can kind of like.
When you say you support Liverpool, like you support the soccer team?
Yeah.
Okay, true.
Word.
So
It's called football.
Yeah. All right, man. Listen,
Degenerate.
we're in the West right now. Okay, it's soccer over here.
Yeah. So
when
like,
I fly over, then it's football.
True.
we went to order food, and obviously the girl is a Scouser, so she has the Scouse accent.
Yeah.
So my dad is ordering food from McDonald's, and she's like, "Oh, do you want this, want that?" And he's like, I don't know what you're saying. So I'm like, "Dad, just let me do it.
Let me do the work." Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just the accents over there, are fucking weird.
So your mom's from Liverpool, like, so she was born there, and
Yeah.
then I'm assuming like she moved here, and then
Yeah,
you were born here too.
correct.
And what about your dad?
He was born in Etobicoke,
Oh,
but his parents are from Italy.
Oh, okay, true. Yeah. With the DeRosa last name, yeah. Yeah, man. Like my mom was born in the Dominican. My dad was born in Brampton or maybe Orangeville, one of the two. He was born here. He was a
Old
bird.
town, baby.
Yeah, and then my dad's father was born in Italy, and I think my dad's mom was born here too, but she's French descent.
Okay.
You know, so we've been chatting, we've been rolling this whole time.
I know, I was about to say.
We're gonna let it run in, but Flat Five gang, what's up? How's it going? We got a longtime friend here from fucking grade 9. That would have been like what, 2014, 2013 now?
Yeah.
Almost 10 years, dude.
Yeah.
It's wild. But we got Daniel DeRosa here on the Flat Five today, episode 22.
Is it
22 already, which is wild. It's creeping up. We're going to get, we got to make sure we get our thumbnail at the end of this. We got to remember, and then we'll put you up on our
Little guest
Polaroid
wall?
wall. You know, you'll be like, 22. I was there from day one.
Yeah.
There from the beginning, Flat Five podcast.
Yeah. When you guys were on episode 1,000.
Bro, okay, man. Like, there are some podcasts now that, like, I've heard about or paid attention to, you know, back when, like, the idea of podcasting wasn't, like, okay, there's something that'll be trending, and you'll kind of test if it's a fad or not. And then when you see it in a movie, you're like, all right, like, this is a thing now that our generation or any generation will be attributed with forever. Like, when you see a fidget spinner in a movie or a TV show, you're like, I will never forget that.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of this movie is that it's going to be here so long as the platform exists or whatever the case is. And I was watching some TV show that my parents were watching, and they were like, you kids and your podcasting, you know, like instead of going to therapy, you're going to use a have a podcast or whatever. And I was watching this show, How I Met Your Father. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to like dip work right now and record my podcast for like 3 hours. And I'm like, all right, this is something that's going to be like, you know, etched in for this and for any generations to come, you know, from now and future. Right. But I started like reviewing, or no, I shouldn't say reviewing. I started going through podcasts that I'd been meaning to check out back in 2019 before I even started Flat Five. And I'm looking at these podcasts that at that time were like a year old, maybe. And I'm looking at them now and they're like episode 21189 or whatever. They're like almost at like 2,200 episodes. I was like, how much talking is that?
Hey,
like,
man.
Like 1,000 hours. Like, we're on Spreaker. We have 100 hours on our plan before we have to upgrade. And we're on hour 16 now, or soon to be. This, I think ours will be like hour 18 or 19. So I'm still like, oh man, like we're 18%. Like, we still have so much time, you know, to go, right? Like, usually podcasts are like an hour and a half sometimes. Like, the Wolf one was like almost 2 hours. I recorded one last week. with a guy named Dylan Gallagher from Connecticut. Has a solo project called Pushing Daisies. We did that one over Zoom, and that one was like,
I remember you posted it.
Yeah, like hour 45, So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, most podcasts are just over an hour, if not just shy of 2. So there's still like at least another, 40 episodes or so to fill up that 100 hours. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, these people are like on 2,200 episodes. And I'm sitting there like, how many conversations is that?
Hey, bro.
And I was talking to my dad about it, and he's like, think about it. You literally talk every day. Like, imagine you just put a microphone in front of it. I was like, oh, yeah, it's not
how many
so...
conversations you're having.
Yeah. And then you start getting into that level of, like, how many conversations have I had my whole life? Like, how many words have I said my entire life? Like,
man, that's gonna
it's fucking brutal, man. Like, even, like... You work in real estate.
Yeah.
You're talking to people all the time.
All day,
you're a
every day.
musician. You're in school. I'm teaching. Like, how many people do you talk to in a day?
At least 4.
Well, at least 4. You got a band.
No.
Yeah, I fucking hate people, bro. Yeah.
Flat
You know,
is all I need.
It's bad to say, but like I'm not a big fan of people.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And coming from someone who has to like kind of like
people all
talk
day.
to people
Yeah.
and please people for like their livelihood.
Yeah.
Like, not that I just
It sucks.
yeah, I just like there's certain things that people do out in public
Yeah.
that just
Yo, man.
grind my gears.
People are irking, man, for real. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm really big on people doing dumb things while they're driving. Like, while I eat, if I'm at home and I'm chilling and I'm eating, like, I'm watching car crash compilation videos all the time. All the time. The last one that I saw, there was this dude driving like those like huge like freight trucks, and he's driving and he's like asleep, and you see him like he's sitting there, he opens his eyes, and he's got like a long road. It's a highway or a freeway, I should say, and he's got an open lane. And he's sitting there and he opens his eyes and he's like, I can chill. And you see him like contemplate, like closing his eyes. The minute he closes his eyes, the front like dash cam, there's 2 cars parked on the side, like on the shoulder, smokes them. Absolutely smokes them. And he wakes up, and then his like report or whatever was like his tire blew. But he's got a camera on him and a camera on the... And I'm sitting there just eating oatmeal like, nice. I'm like, this is so entertaining.
Have you ever tried to close your eyes while driving?
No, I've never
no.
tried.
I've
I'm sure
tried,
I've
like,
done it.
I tried it like late at night on like the highway when I know, and I'm in the middle lane, so like I can feel if my hand is whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
It like I close it for like 2-3 seconds.
Yeah.
It is terrifying,
Dude, I don't know why you would try that.
Yeah, I know, I was like,
man, it's just like I need a little bit of risk in my life.
yeah. Quick power nap.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
Come
we're
back
good.
into
We're
it.
good. I can make it home. I can make it home.
At some point down the line, you're gonna be on trial for something, and they're gonna find this video and be like, "Hey, yo, fam,
be like, what the
caught
fuck?
you on 4K.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
the
got you.
weirdest shit I've ever seen."
Yo, dead ass. Like you'll be like, what's the age once you get your G? There's like an age where you have to redo your license, like when you become a senior or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some limit. I think so.
Dude, I don't know. Fucking-
I feel like I saw that because I got my G
barely an
on like mid-March. It was like March break. And when I was talking to the lady about it, yeah, she's like, yeah, you'll be good for like another 4 decades or some shit like that. And I couldn't tell if she was being sarcastic because I was more focused on the task at hand. Like I had to do my G test. But like you can imagine like how things will be on the internet 3-4 years from now, or 3-4 decades from now rather.
Oh, yeah.
And then like Daniel DeRosa, Flat Five Podcast. He's like, I close my eyes. And then everyone's like, they're like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This old guy, he's kind of,
Hey, yo, bro.
yeah.
It's that TikTok. What did he say?
Yeah,
He was
it's that
20, he was doing
generation.
some crazy shit.
Man. Your TikToks are good too, eh? Like there was one I saw, that trend where you have to like stomp on your phone.
Yeah.
Do you actually like? I've never tested out that trend before, but you don't actually fucking.
No,
stomp
no.
your
You just
phone.
do it
You
enough
like,
to like make the screen like
just
kind of
cover
like
it.
black.
Yeah.
And then
Oh.
you gotta
You know?
transition then you start the other transition like just lifting. And then like
Oh,
you kind of like you gotta
edit it like.
Yeah,
so
edit-
like you gotta so you can make your TikToks private, obviously.
Yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
you save to camera roll.
Yeah.
And then like you'll have like those 2-3 seconds of the transition. You gotta like kind of like edit it to like the perfect point.
Right. Interesting.
Or-
Because I've saw some where people put it on their bed, and and you see the phone like bounce like that.
Yeah,
and
no,
I'm like,
I ain't
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. No,
Yeah,
I was
no
gonna say,
way.
or
No.
you could just step on your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could just you know,
What do
you
you
got to
wanna do?
really sell it.
You
man.
gotta,
Like,
come on.
Yeah, you gotta commit to the
Yeah.
TikToks here,
Come
right?
on, fam.
If you want a successful career,
exactly.
man,
You
I
have
want to
to
see
step on your
destruction.
phone.
Yeah.
That's like,
No, there definitely are people out there.
Oh
like,
yeah.
well, because like there's the one where they put the phone down and then they jump up and then their butt like they put
Yeah,
their
that's
butt
right.
on
that.
it. And I'm like, how do you not destroy your phone?
Hey, bro.
Like,
You got-
I get it on the mattress, but some people have it like it's clearly their living room. Like the phone's like this, and you can see their.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
And I'm like, man's just fucking jumped up and fully went double cheeked on the ground.
double cheeked
And I'm
up.
like, your phone probably indented like that with the bony ass, and now your phone's like trash. Like it's just wild, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did that video, but I did it like I put my phone on the bed. And so,
Yeah.
So because like I have common sense. If you put it on a hard surface and you put another caked
Yeah.
up surface, on it, it's
you're
gonna
smashing
go-
the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're smashing the phone for
Not
sure,
the
for
kind of
sure.
smash we want to do,
For
man.
sure.
Like goddamn. But
Maybe
yeah,
it
man.
is. Maybe it is.
Could be. There are some trends out there that are kind of wild, and there's
Bro, burn it up.
there was one like I started going through. I think it was like the day of or the day before like the whole Oscars thing. I was going through Will Smith's TikTok, and I was like, man, this guy has TikTok. I'm like, it shows you how long I haven't been on there. Which reminds me, I've been totally slacking on posting the TikToks for Flat Five because I'm so focused on this stuff. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta take care of that.
Step it up.
L TikTok.
So I'm saying this is why I need like a young Jamie. Like I need like a really introverted guy that has no interest at all in being in front of the camera, but is cool with being
It's all
behind the
behind
camera.
scenes stuff.
You know, so they can take care of that, and I can do all the social media. So any introverts that like cameras, hit us up.
Any introverts that like cameras and not people.
There's a chair right there that anybody could be working at right now and helping us do this stuff, But there's the artist Thundercat, which I know you know. Do you know Thundercat?
No.
He has this like
If we showed you a song,
yeah, you would know it if you heard
Yeah?
it, but he has this this tune called Them Changes that has like this dope bass line. And there was this, yeah, exactly. And,
Yeah,
and
the
so
one where they walk.
where they're walking, and so
It's
they're
so
doing like
stupid.
this, like like those like old 90s like kind of commercials where it's like Western and it's like a cartoon guy. He's got the really like long legs and he's doing like the walk like this.
Or like
So
those Steve Madden commercials with the girl with like fucking huge head.
That's exactly what it is. Like,
Yeah.
Is it Madden or Maddock?
Steve Madden.
Madden. Okay,
Yeah.
Madden. Maybe I
It
was
just
thinking
it
something
just reminds me of Wolf of Wall Street with Jonah Hill is going Steve Madden
else. Yeah,
when he's
Madden.
high on
yeah.
Quaaludes.
Yeah. Okay, that's exactly it. That's exactly what it looks like. And so they had that Them Changes song, and that was the trend where everybody was like walking. And then people started taking that and being like, me on my way walking to this absolute catastrophe in my life. And they're like so chill about it. I'm like, there are some fucking savages on TikTok. Like some people share some shit that I'm like, damn,
People
yo.
are gotten really comfortable on that app, homie.
Really comfortable.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
stuff that I'm like,
Laundry.
oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
Freaking people
It's
talking
brutal,
shit
man.
to
I was
their
like-
friends and shit like that. It's just-
I'm sitting there like, could you imagine being like the TikTok guy that's kind of like write the guidelines? Like, do we want these viral videos or do we want to like,
That's what
regulate it? I'm
listen,
like,
man, there are
fuck.
some things that have gone past those guidelines without any hesitation, but
Yeah.
then like, you can't.
It's the
talk
views,
about certain
man.
things, yeah.
You
It is
know,
the views.
It's the views.
So as long
Advertisers
as-
need the impressions.
Listen, man. If you post nudes on TikTok, you have to make sure it gets at least 1 million views because
Or
then
else it's
it'll
not worth
stay
it.
up. Or
Yeah.
if it doesn't, then it's gonna get taken down.
Yeah.
Could you imagine you like post a nude and it's like 50 views? It's like,
Hell
no.
bro.
Shit.
I thought I was packing.
yeah.
Shit. And
Oh man, it's so bad.
50 people
Oh my
they
God.
like my junk. What the fuck?
TikTok's literally like, you got 2 likes on
Hey,
that.
homeboy.
You
We
got
got-
1,300
we're doing
followers.
good.
You
We're
got
doing
2
good.
likes.
We're
yeah,
doing
you're
good.
posting
We're
a
doing
gym
you a
TikTok
favor.
and a guy
Yeah.
comments, be like, "Yo, where's this gym at?" Oh, what?
Yo, my favorite thing about gym culture is where like the most like mundane people try and be like inspirational. It's like they're like, wake up 8:50 in the morning.
Yeah.
9:15, down a whole fucking pound of liver and 3 egg yolks.
Oh,
You know what
the
I
Liver
mean?
King.
Yeah, and then they're
Oh.
like, they do all that, and then that's 9:15, 9:30. Read the book about my chakra, and then like 9:45, drive to the gym, and then the first thing that they do, they're like fucking, yeah, it's like 10 o'clock, hit the elliptical. I'm like, what? And then like beast mode. I'm like, elliptical, chakra, not beast mode at all.
And the
Like,
thing that gets me is like, you don't have work.
yeah, exactly. It's fucking Tuesday, man.
That's the thing. going to the gym is work.
I know, literally,
Yeah,
like
at
they
that
live in
point.
their mom's basement.
I'm
and,
not gonna
like,
lie. Listen, man, working out every day, just posting about it. And
if
making
it's
videos off
sustainable, sure,
That
that's
sounds pretty
great.
dope.
But like some people, like there's like themselves in like real life, and then there's like Instagram version of them.
Yeah, but
You know?
that whole like demographic is hard to kind of market.
Yeah,
Because like if you're starting now,
yeah.
you got to catch up to people who are like Bradley Martin.
Nah,
If you-
fuck that guy.
I'm not a big fan of him,
There's
but like
Yeah.
he's got his platform.
No,
yeah,
you're
there's
right,
always
right?
people that have their
No, you are
audience that have
right.
been
He's
there
got his
for sure.
platform because
I
he
just-
he hung out with the Nelk boys.
That's my point. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only reason.
And then-
to be honest.
Mhm.
You know,
Not
he's
funny.
not a small guy.
Right,
He's
right.
massive. And he's
Yeah.
posting TikToks of him bench pressing weights plus girls
Well, I
on
was
it.
gonna say play, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
gotta-
that's the
you gotta
thing, right?
compete
But
with
like
that, right?
anybody else, like I think the biggest thing with social media is longevity. Like I think that's the
Yeah.
thing that people miss. And another thing is too, like let's say you make a video that does get like a ton of views, you know, at the beginning. It's like sure, you made like a viral one hit wonder video of you, you know, eating shit while skateboarding, or you know, you were a part of like, you know, those like that trend of the college campus guys that go
Yeah.
in and like you were a part of that, but like
What music
you're
do you
actually trying to have
listen
a
to?
career. Like I think social media has become a thing now where it's like it's a career like any other career, any other industry rather, where it's like you have to show up every day. You have to be consistent
Yep.
every day. You have to do as much. And that's what I was saying. What blows my mind about like 2,200 podcast episodes. But then you think about it, you've been working a desk job for a couple of years. You'll like half a year, half a decade, 6 years or whatever. Like you'll get 2,200 hours clocked in,
Of course.
2,200 days kind of thing. And so, you know, like, I mean, you got guys like, oh my God, David Dobrik, you know, who like starts his thing. He's got a whole bunch of other people that are a part of him. And then they start doing their own thing. And it's like, oh, the only reason why you're famous is because of David Dobrik. And it's like, yeah, sure. But it's like, if David didn't have me and my 4 other friends, it wouldn't have been as entertaining. You needed the whole community. And sometimes like the host isn't the most...
David Dobrik, a bitch.
Yeah, what happened to him, man? Like,
Don't
I
care.
didn't pay attention
You bitch.
to him. Like, what happened to that guy?
He was posting.
I apologize to interrupt you. Do me a favor and bring your mic just a little bit closer to you.
Good.
Yeah, if you want to pull the whole thing, just because I'm looking at the height of
How
it.
about
Give
that?
it a kiss.
Yeah, give it a nice little.
There you go. Look at that.
Good.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
There we
kinda
go.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you were
It's
saying about
kinda
David.
hot? Yeah.
It's kind of Landon over here, buddy. It's making the room kind of steamy.
Hey, yo. Yeah, look at those windows, homeboy.
Yo, it's actually windy as fuck. Anyways, not getting distracted. ADHD. Your turn.
Well, like David Dobrik, he has all like this bullshit around his name, like saying like, well, what's that guy, Jeff Wittick,
Yeah, he fucked up.
right?
I don't know any. I only
This
know David
whole- this
Dobrik. I
whole-
don't know any of them.
Controversial stuff with him is going
Right.
back and forth. So I think he's trying to like stay
Lay
on
low?
like the DL.
Right.
And
Oh, so
kinda
it's like
like, you
somebody
know,
else in his crew that's got some shit
yeah,
going on, and then
yeah.
he doesn't want to be attributed to that. Damn.
No. So what happened? From what I've seen, I watched like one like just like long explanation video because I didn't really give a shit. I just saw it. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, okay. They did like a stunt or something like that where they were. I don't know if this is still why the beef is happening or not.
Oh,
And they
It was
had like
swinging.
a
the
fucking-
crane.
Yeah, the crane.
I didn't
or
know that was
whatever.
David Dobrik's
Yeah, it
crew.
was
I
David
thought that
Dobrik
was
and Jeff-
Logan Thing's
Nah.
crew.
Well, they might
No.
have done something similar too because
Oh.
off of everyone. But regardless,
Yeah.
Um,
well, yeah, the dude got
but he
fucked
got,
up,
his
man.
face was like he needed to get like I think he needed to get like reconstruction. surgery.
Yeah, he did. He had a
In the eye,
fucking
yeah.
bad.
like he had
Yeah.
like a whole
Yeah,
patch and
I
shit.
think he's okay now. But
Yeah.
regardless, so,
He's the barber guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 But yeah, there's I don't know if that's still why. That's the reason why I would assume.
Yeah.
And I think there was another issue with him and like girls and stuff like that, which was surprised me. Seems like a
Yeah.
scumbag.
There's always that, man. It's
Ew.
kind of fucked.
Uh,
Yeah, like I used to watch him. I want to say like 2018 or so. Just like because there were some videos that were kind of funny, and they had that old guy. You know what it was more of
yeah.
though?
Yeah.
It was
Jason
because of
Derulo.
Vine culture that
Yeah, that's
I gave them the time of day on
Yeah.
YouTube.
you
know?
I used to watch his ex-girlfriend, Liza, however you say her name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that chick
can't-
was hilarious.
She was alright.
Yeah, man.
I
I
haven't
remember that
really-
girl. I forgot that they dated, and then they had the whole like breakup,
Yeah.
and it became a fucking trend.
Yeah.
Every couple had to
Everyone was
like
breaking up.
counsel therapy on YouTube,
shit
and I'm
was
like,
crazy.
there's
Oh my
like
God.
zero privacy in any of this.
Yeah.
And they're like, we just wanted to let you know that my boyfriend Derek cheated on my 3 sisters, and now we're like, I wanted to take him back, but he said no because he cheated on 3 other people, and I'm like,
And then 3 weeks later, ex-husband takes me out on a $10,000 shopping spree. 4
3
million
weeks-
views.
yeah, literally.
Like, what is going on?
like there were some that were so bad, like breakup video part 2, my side of the story, my other side of the story. 2
The
days
truth.
goes by, we put a bouncy castle in our backyard. And I'm like, what is going on? They're like, fucking, what were those little gel balls that, you know, what people put
Orbeez.
like Orbeez. They're like 3 million Orbeez in my pool. And then it's like the most tragic thing that's happened to them in like 6 years. And then Orbeez. And I'm like, bruh, like what the
And
fuck?
then right back to the truth to all your questions.
Yeah, exactly.
31 minutes not
Yeah.
watching it, boss.
And it's literally just them like, yeah, like trying to find what to say.
Hey,
It's
they
brutal.
should have came on here and talked to us.
Bro, that's the
Five is
one
better than
thing.
Therapy. You heard it here from.
That's the one thing that I'm like with Flat 5 that I don't want to have. Like the BS like drama. Like I don't know if it's BBC or some other like UK or maybe Australian like TV network, but
British Broadcasting Company.
something, yeah. Like there's you know when you're on Facebook, you got like Home, Watch, Marketplace. I'm on Facebook all the time because of Marketplace.
Yeah.
There's like great gear, and I'm trying to find a mic stand. I need one. Anyway, so I'm on the Watch, and like there's I think it's Australian like TV show where you go through like all this, like it's not Marines, but it's like the Marines for Australia.
Okay.
And they have to do all these like crazy challenges in their teams, and then they meet up with these 2 like hard looking motherfuckers, and they gotta like explain themselves, and it's really dramatic. And the guy's like, yeah, the reason why I couldn't lift this like 80-pound keg up like a 6-kilometer mountain is because like when I was 12, like my golden retriever Sparky passed away, and he loved grass, and I was walking up the keg and I saw the grass and it made me fumble, and that's why I dropped the keg and knocked the whole team down the whole fucking mountain like dominoes. And they're like, well, mate, you kind of messed up, so you're off the island or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's so dramatic, and I was like, I don't ever want, like, let's say 4 years from now, like Flat 5 becomes like notable personalities or whatever.
that'd be crazy.
I don't want to have to do that to be relevant, where it's
Fuck that.
like, oh, like Leo took the last donut in the studio. Like, I'm making this a vlog, and I'm sitting there, and I sit down, like, this is the end. You know the scene, this is the end, and where they're like, I don't know if I want to drink my pee, and the camera's here, and I'm like, so Leo ate the last donut, and I think it's time to kick him off the podcast.
Yeah, it's
and then it
best.
cuts, and Leo's like, listen, man, I was fucking hungry, and Ian ate 6 of the other donuts. Why can't I have one? You know, like just shit like that. Then I'm like, oh my god, it hurts my brain. Like, I love shooting the shit. I love talking about nothing. Like, that's intrinsic in the male brain. But to talk about dramatic stuff that means nothing, bruh.
You guys
There's
are
my
doing that-
tangent.
You guys are doing that confessional, and then I come out and it's like, we had donuts.
Yo, what's that? You ever
We're the
seen
Millers, yeah.
We're the Millers?
You're getting paid.
Yeah.
15,000. I'm only getting 2. I'm only getting 4.
You guys are getting paid?
Good movie.
Yo,
Good
it
movie.
is though, for
That's
real.
me, man.
What is your like all time, like there's that whole genre of like movies that's
Yeah.
just like stupid
stoner
funny.
movies.
Yeah.
What is your all time that also doesn't have to be a Happy Madison production?
True.
You know, that's their
Well,
whole
it's
There's a
career.
lot of them, though.
Like, are you talking about like just a
Any
specific
stupid
genre?
movie,
Oh,
like
stupid
this,
movie?
like This Is the End is one of my favorite movies.
That's a good one.
I fucking love it, but like Sausage Party was not like it left a very sour
didn't
taste in my
like it?
mouth. I liked it until the end.
Which
Then-
I
movie?
don't even remember what happened.
Bro, they all like they do each other, like just like it's just like
Oh, yeah.
they all just like
They're
fuck,
just,
like it
having
was,
sex.
yeah. And I was like, this just felt like extreme for it wasn't even funny. I was like, this is kind of odd. Like
That's the way. Hey, it's called the
it-
Sausage Party.
yeah, exactly. But I was
Oh,
like,
that movie was.
see,
Oh,
the
the
funny
animated,
thing, I was like,
yeah.
if they just left it as the title and then never actually did the title, that would have been great. But then
Yeah.
it was an actual Sausage Party.
Yeah.
But like, tell me, because I'm gonna make sure that this thing is not. So we need a young Jamie, man. Fuck, we need someone to do all this shit.
I mean, like, if we're going stupid, goofy comedy, it's got to be probably super bad.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Nick Lovin.
I mean, like, Step Brothers is up there,
Yeah.
but it's just something about super bad when
No,
like
yeah.
when he's like, when he's like going to school and they're like, yeah, tell your fucking friend he's not invited to the party. And then like he gets spat at,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "You didn't have my back there, you fucking Judas." And it's just like shit like that, and people are like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" I'm like, "Because like
funny.
you gotta catch the small lines
Yeah,
that
you do.
it's like The Office, for example.
Are you a fan of The Office?
I've watched it like 10 times.
Really? That's the one show I can't do.
Me too.
I want to like it because of the memes.
Everyone
I can't,
knows.
man. I
It's-
can't.
I feel okay. Good. I'm not alone.
No, you're not.
But
For
like
sure.
2-3 episodes, it takes to get into. But like, you just gotta kind of push through it, and then like trying to see like how the characters build up.
Yeah.
See,
that's true.
towards the end, like when oh my god, Jonathan Krasinski's character
Yeah,
starts dating that woman.
Pam.
That's when that's when things start to like settle. Because it was last summer my brother started watching it, and there was like a scene where they put like stapler in Jello or something like that.
Yeah,
And
that's early on.
Yeah, it's like I think maybe the first
It
episode.
is.
Yeah.
And my
Either the
brother
first
is
or
like,
second,
he's like cracking up. He's like, ah!
Oh
And I'm
my
like-
god, the steak.
and I'm like-
the Jello.
I would
not.
I would just be like, what? Like
not.
I don't
Yeah, like-
understand, you know. But then there's scenes later,
Yeah.
like when they have like the band thing in the warehouse.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, this is fucking
Some of
good.
the shit's
But I'm like,
funny,
do I want to give like 12, 15, 20 episodes
Yeah.
to get to that point and build up? You know, like I don't know if I have the patience for
So
it.
what I suggest, just type in Michael Scott's funniest moments,
True. Yeah. Yeah. But Steve Carell's really fun.
right?
Yeah.
Because like there's a episode where he starts a date, like he signs up for online dating, and his username is Little Kid Lover. But like he's so like
He's so naive.
oblivious to like
Yeah.
what that is, right? But it's funny.
Hilarious.
Little
That's
kid,
hilarious.
right?
So, is he thinking of it like little
yeah,
kid,
Like
and
he
he's
wants,
a lover?
He wants the females to know like he loves.
Oh, like that.
you know,
Oh, I
kids.
thought it was like street name. Like I was like little kid, and he's a lover.
No,
you know.
no.
Okay.
So he means like he's like, oh, I'm gonna be a good
Good
dad.
good dad. That's what he
dad,
means,
man.
right?
It's
But
like-
like
That's
when
like
people
the
look at it, be
black
like,
phone. Like, yeah,
"Ooh,
that's
yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked.
But like
There are some. There was one. You know what's really good? The bloopers. I watched the bloopers of that show.
Yeah.
Who's the There's like
Ray
some.
Anderson.
There's some woman that he
Oh.
starts seeing.
Oh, the
That's Steve
blonde
Carell. Yeah.
Oh.
girl. I can't remember.
It-
She's
it-
Canadian though, I think.
She looks Canadian. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, bod.
Abod. Like,
go
it looks like she's from like
Play some fucking
Manitoba.
hockey.
Do you know who I'm talking about? There's
yeah,
a
the
scene,
blonde chick he starts dating, or
I don't know if she was like blonde.
starts dating because he.
I think he's seeing her or he likes her or whatever.
uh,
There's like something. Anyways, they're having like a dinner and then she tells him to like leave it be on some topic that they're discussing. And then she like this is a blooper and she like moves the TV on the wall and completely breaks the whole fucking TV.
in the show. That's his like boss,
Right.
the higher up
The higher up, yeah.
for the.
There was a
Dunder
blooper
Mifflin.
with that was hilarious because he like fully breaks. And you know what's fun? Like I'm the type of person when someone starts laughing, I'll laugh,
Yeah.
even if it's not like even if like yeah, it couldn't. It could be like a dry joke, but then someone laughing, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know. Or if I didn't even hear the joke, like that shit's hilarious, you know. And Jonathan Krasinski's like holding his face like this. And he's got such a high pitched like squeal laugh. I just start like fucking cracking up
His
because this
bloopers are
shit.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
man.
Yo, they're good, man.
I've seen a couple. They're pretty funny.
Did you guys ever watch the bloopers of Superbad?
I've seen a couple.
There was one where
can't.
like McLovin gets like you know when he gets punched, the guy like throws like a fake swing,
yeah.
and I think he like completely misses his face, and it wasn't enough for McLovin to like move, so the hand just goes like this, and McLovin's like. It was so brutal.
Yeah, that's funny.
Man, it's so wild seeing how they look now,
I know.
Yeah.
and then seeing
Yeah,
them
they're
back.
like
Like when did that movie come out?
2008.
Yeah.
2000, early 2000s.
Really, bro? I thought that was
Now I
like
need to look.
2015.
No.
No, it's
Maybe
I think it's
saw it in
08.
2015.
Oh wait,
Maybe because it's been on Netflix for a while.
Yeah.
Let me look. Super bad.
Mm.
I want to see if I actually know what I'm talking about.
You know what's a piss off? Which
2007. I was
2007,
1 year off.
1 year off. It's a piss off. Like, have you guys seen Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
yeah.
That's one of my all-time
Did you get
favorite
it?
comedy movies. Like when he pulls in reverse and he's like a glove. Like that shit is hilarious. And I was with my parents and I was trying to watch it. I was trying to I'm like, I want to watch Ace Ventura and shit. And so it's on there. on like Google, but it's not actually on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a fucking piss off. And then I go to comedies and like Bad Grandpa and that other Bad Neighbor and some other shitty one was still on there. And that was like a couple years old. And I'm like, why the fuck is that on there? Yeah. But the classic is like off. I'm like, there's something wrong with this shit, man.
You know what it is? I think just based off of, you know, it's really just the times, right? I think Seth Rogen is, this is probably going to be very controversial. Hot take. Hot tamale. I think this isn't my opinion. Well, I mean it is, but like I personally I like Jim Carrey a bit more than I like Seth Rogen. However, I think Seth Rogen at this point in like the media is more profitable than Jim Carrey.
Yes,
I thought you were just gonna say you didn't like Seth Rogen. No, I don't like Seth Rogen.
Oh, really?
I don't like him. His
interesting.
His laugh is stupid. Like it's just not like.
Come on, bro. He was praying mantis in the fucking Kung Fu Panda. Like, you got me fucked up.
Oh my god, was he really?
Yeah, dude.
I gotta rewatch that.
Guys, Kung Fu Panda has a special place in my
I was about to say, like you take that to heart because
I do.
I did not. Man, I haven't seen that in years. Like the last time I watched Kung Fu Panda, I had a babysitter. That's how long ago I watched it.
Homeboy.
I've only watched it once, and it was in the theater.
Did you like it as a kid?
On you.
Yeah, my fault.
Did you like it as a kid?
Obviously
like Kung Fu Panda?
No, I watched it once.
Oh, okay, yeah, then yeah. Dude, as a kid, I remember like going to my dad and be like, "Give me your pinky." I'm like,
yeah, bro,
I was like, "Oh, pink," or the tink, like that thing. Like I used to I loved it. And then again, fucking TikTok blown my mind on shit. It was an interview of Quentin Tarantino, and I think it was for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah,
and they were asking him like, how does it feel to be so engraved in pop culture, for lack of a better word, whatever, a synonym of that word. And they were like, one of his favorite thing is that Renzo something, whatever the in Kill Bill, the final boss in the first one, her theme of like that group and the do like that guitar riff is synonymous with like badassery. Yeah. It's in Kung Fu Panda. It's in like car commercials. It's like everywhere, Exactly, yeah. And then I think the band's called the Crazy 88s or whatever. Like that band like actually performed that scene in Kill Bill. And then he's like, but despite all that, the most wild thing is that Kung Fu Panda is basically Kill Bill. It is. Like Kill Bill 1 and 2 is like all in Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. And I'm sitting there with my phone. I'm like, I'm about to fucking chuck this thing across the room, man. Like no OtterBox can save the Hail Mary. I'm like, how did I never think about that? Like I loved Kung Fu Panda as a kid. I've probably seen the first Kill Bill like 100 times, like almost religiously every time I'd go to my cousin's cottage. How come I've never made that link?
The connection, That's crazy.
It's fucking wild.
In those scenarios, you're not really paying attention to that. You're just enjoying the movie.
You're just watching it.
Like, man, fuck Seth Rogen.
I can't stand him. I don't know why. His laugh.
Come on, bro. He's Canadian.
But I don't know, man. Just because he's Canadian, I don't feel like that's enough for me.
Everything he does is forced. I feel like he's just trying too hard to be funny.
Yeah, I can see that sometimes because I get that with Jonah Hill sometimes. But I love Jonah Hill in Wolf of Wall Street and Superbad.
Yeah, he was great.
That movie.
Yo,
when people say, "What are you doing to better yourself in real estate?" I watch that movie.
Yeah, literally.
I don't want to do all the drugs and stuff.
I was gonna say opening scene, all the drugs.
No, like
why not?
I'm not a drug guy.
Yeah,
but if you're talking about when he's in the Ferrari at the beginning of the scene, sign me up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
What did he say? It wasn't white. It was red or
like,
something.
Like Miami Vice.
Yeah,
or something like that.
It was white, like Miami Vice. That's what it was. Yeah, right? That is.
But like just the way he like handles himself, it's like he just becomes a fucking tycoon of the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. See, I'm all for it, just legally.
Yeah, of course, legally.
Dude, I love that Sell Me This Pen scene because of the amount of stupidity before John Bernthal characters drop some knowledge. Like capital KN Supply knowledge.
And demand.
He's like, do me a favor, what's your name on that napkin? He's like, I don't have a pen. And I was like, supply and demand. I was like, yeah. That shit was dope, man. The worst thing is I saw that. I don't remember which friends I was hanging out with, but I saw that like as it came out on DVD or on. It wasn't in theater. I never saw it in theater, but when it came out, available to the public in that way,
Like
for lack of a better
Netflix or
word.
something, yeah.
I watched it, and then my mom's like, oh, like I'm hanging out with my mom. I think my dad was out on something and my brother was too young or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And my mom's like, let's watch something. I'm like, okay, sure. Like, we'll watch something. And then she's like, what do you want to watch? And I was like, I don't know. And then, yeah, it was on Netflix because Wolf of Wall Street was in promotion as like a new, release or upload. And she's like, have you seen this? And I was like, no, like I've never seen it, thinking that she knew what goes on in that movie. Yeah. And then she's like, I heard really good things about it and stuff. She's like, we should watch it. Bro, imagine you and your mom. Mind you, my mom is like, even though she's my mom and parents aren't supposed to be your friends, you know what I mean? Like to that degree, they're supposed to be authorities. There are some times where my mom is like a bro. You know what I mean?
I didn't know where that was going. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like,
no, yeah.
Yeah, not like
no.
I don't know what you're saying, bro.
No.
I'm just saying that like my mom. Like sometimes she can be a menace. She'll be like I'll have friends over. Like for my birthday party, I had friends over, and she's like, "Let's do shots." And I was like, "You're cracked." And she's like, "Pussy,
shut up."
You want to do it or not? Exactly. And so I'm sitting there with my mom, and I'm like, I can watch like people getting decapitated or whatever, and my mom isn't gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like any of that. So I didn't think about the opening of Wolf of Wall Street when we sat down, because I was thinking more about like the scene with him and Margot Robbie with like the heel on his face and all that, and I was like, oh man, it's gonna be fucking awkward. I don't want to have to watch that beside my mom. You know,
I have to watch it when I get home.
Listen, when I do that, most kids when that happens, they leave the room.
I stay.
I make my parents leave the room.
Yeah,
I make
get out of here.
I'm like, dang. She's looking good.
Yeah, with that
even though
dress.
you guys made me like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So
that pink dress.
It's I'm like this is gonna be great. So like it opens up and he's doing all of his talking and all that shit, and then it's just like a woman's behind, and my mom's like, she's like fucking exiting it, and I'm like, damn.
Damn, I wanted to see Margot Robbie's ass.
My mom's like, it was some other like hooker or stripper or whatever, you know?
When he was doing,
right. And my mom was like, no, definitely not, no. And
We're
I was
not
like,
watching this.
Fuck. My mom's like, you know what? You can just watch this with your friends instead. I was like, I was like, all right, I'll let them know. You know what I mean? Watch it a second time. But yeah, man, like,
homies, time watching.
Yo, it's so brutal. Like I remember too, like watching Sausage Party with some of my friends. Like this was high school. Like after the day ended, I went to one of my buddy's house who lived right near St. Mike's, and we were watching it. That movie is fucked up,
it's
man.
Weird. It's weird.
It is fucked up.
I liked it just because like it came out in 2016, so I probably watched it in 2016. I was like 14.
Yeah, and you were like
dumb 14-year-old.
Dude, that's so wild still, man. Like you're like 2016, and I'm thinking like Landon was 16. I'm like, no, we were 16.
Not quite.
You're fucking years younger than that.
Baby.
Damn, bro. But you liked it when you watched it?
Oh yeah, I thought it was funny, but like, there was that one scene. It was like the douchebag, and it was like, I'm a douche.
Yeah.
Haha. That's
funny. Some
of
it like
again, it's kind of like. Yeah, I think I would find that funny as a 14-year-old, but
that was one of the movies where I was like, I felt like Seth Rogen was like, and Seth Rogen and that crew was just trying too hard, you know, like and that's I think like I don't know. Did you? Well, you don't like Seth Rogen, so I'm assuming you didn't like Pineapple Express. Did you watch that movie or was it just whatever?
He probably hasn't seen it.
Did you watch it?
I don't care to watch it.
I
don't care. I'll watch it because of James Franco.
Yes.
But I won't watch it because of Seth Rogen. I don't like Seth Rogen.
Listen, I'm just saying, one of them's a sex offender, one of them is not.
Yeah, well, that is true.
Saying, allegedly.
Although, but yeah, man, like.
It's very bad.
Like, even that movie, too, I was like, it just.
You like Pineapple Express? Oh, I thought it was
not really.
Keep in mind.
I don't know. I was just like, but I'm also not like crazy. Like, I don't like it when, like, weed culture or anything like this is the kind of thing about like coffee culture that annoys me too. That's like that's their whole personality, and I kind of get that in general. Like this is why I fucking can't watch intermission in sports, because I feel like their vocabulary solely exists in the world of that one particular sport. And it annoys me. Like I watch like do you watch hockey?
Barely.
You watch soccer?
Yeah.
What like when you watch intermission in hockey, they're like. Yeah, so like if they just push a little bit further, they can get a lot more goals scored. And I'm like, talk like a human. Like, don't talk like some dude from fucking Thunder Bay Or like Markham or whatever, who's like, yeah, bud. Like, I'm
Markham
like, I can't fucking, I can't watch it. It's so annoying to hear them talk because
the puck in the 5-hole in the door.
yeah, and I'm like, just talk like a human being, man. Like, let the players talk like players, because you know they got their thing going on in the camaraderie in the change room. I get that, but like, you're at the desk representing a fucking media company, like. Have an actual vocabulary and actually speak like yourself. I feel like that's in any sport, like even in soccer, you know.
Oh yeah, in soccer, it's more like at halftime when you're watching, like listening to them talk. They're like, oh, they got to be more tactical here and there. For me, I'm fine with it because like I played the sport, I watched the sport, so I understand. But like for someone who, for example, maybe you, don't know what the fuck is going on when they're talking about this stuff.
This is the thing that, because when I was a kid, like in high school through grade 7 to grade 11, I switched between like 1 year was house league, the next year was like select. Then I went back to house league and I played on 2 teams, and then I did AE/AA, and then I did select again my last year. Even when I was playing in the heat of it, like for the Hawks and shit, like the local team here, like I was like, I can't stand the fake like accent and tone of voice that like players put on just to sound like a hockey player. I'm like, yeah, bro.
That was just really surprising to me.
Yeah, I was a goalie. I played for the Hawks. Like, I played for the Hawks 2 years in a row, my last 2 years, and then because like I played on like the school team in elementary school, and I was like, I don't want to play that high level hockey. It's just too annoying, and plus I have really bad eczema. Like you can kind of see on my hand now, but I don't know if you remember in high school, my eczema was like. Brutal. Like it's left me like scars on my arm and shit here. It was like really bad. So
it's been so long since high school, I can't remember
it's true.
Shit.
Dude, like I would have to even in like I know
so long.
Landon's like 2 years. Like fuck.
We've been out of high school longer than we were in it.
Shut off.
Oh, bro, why are you saying this to me?
That makes me feel so weird. Oh,
wow, that's so true though, man. It's been 6 years now, or 5. What? 2017 is when we finished.
We would be finishing it would be our 5th year out.
Yeah.
September would technically be the start of the 6th that we've been out.
No thanks.
And I've learned nothing from high school.
Yeah, literally.
It taught me fuck all.
Dude, I learned all my music notes again in college. Like in high school, like the shit that I learned in high school, I like anything technical, you know?
I would have to, just because, you know, we both, I'm currently still in
You're in music school, but you did it in Humber too.
Yeah.
Or Humber View.
Yeah. Humber View.
Your school did some wild shit too.
I'm aware, believe me. Okay, hold on.
Like that.
Yeah. Before we get into fucking scum review.
Scum review.
So yeah, no, like I would say, like I definitely learned a lot from my teacher. I would keep wanting to say professor because I have to now, but
yeah.
Shout out Mr. Rollings, you're a homie. You probably don't watch this, but I'll email this to you so you can
do it.
No, so like I definitely learned a lot from him. However, there was a time because like, you know, not everyone takes, you know, when you get into, you know, your senior year, 12th grade, people are either doing music because they still enjoy it or because they want to get serious with it and do it in post-secondary, which was me. Yeah. And so if that's the case, I talked to my teacher about it, and he was like, yeah, you should probably do like extra theory lessons just because we're not going to be covering some of the stuff that you might need to know. And I was like, true. So that made me go to Acadia, which is now B sharp, or not now B sharp. I'm not 100% sure.
It is B sharp now,
but I didn't know if it was like, because Acadia is like a chain. Yeah.
He, like, long story short, it's no longer Arcadia. Yeah, it's now his own thing called B sharp. Yeah. Shout out to Dario Casulo, man. Do you know Dario? Did you ever do music lessons as a kid?
With Rockstar.
Oh, Rockstar.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Loser!
No.
But
what'd you play?
I did singing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised.
Man of confidence here.
Sorry, that probably sounded really mean. I just meant because everyone that I knew that went to Rockstar played guitar. That's why I was surprised.
Damn, you did voice, eh? Wow.
Can you spit some?
Not a chance.
I'll harmonize it.
No, dude, we'll do a flat 5 like tape 240s to the hands, and then I'll start singing after.
Yeah.
So I remember it was actually fun, but like I was super young.
Who was your guitar teacher? Or sorry, who was your singing teacher?
She was. I don't remember her name, but
I knew people that went there.
It's I'm surprised, like being a music teacher right now for coming up on, I think it'll be 6 years next March. I can't remember. Anyways, it is not like, how old are you when you did voice?
7, 8 for sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's uncommon, especially for boys at that age to do it, to sing.
It is.
You know?
That's why I was
like usually all the like young students that I see that are boys that are sing are like super extroverted, like confident kids. Like they're not like crazy or fucking, you know, like trying to punch walls or whatever, but they're like, hi, how are you? Like today in school I did this. Like they're very like open people. Yeah. You know what I mean? So kudos to 8-year-old Daniel for doing voice lessons. Pretty sick.
Honestly, I never would have thought of that.
Assumed it. Yeah, it's usually boys do like piano, guitar, or drums.
Yeah,
you know, like the reckless ones like me. Fucking.
It was a weird time for sure.
Yeah,
but like I remember, like I think they did like a yearly like concert or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we were coming up to that.
The recital.
So they had like a little like concert hall in that place.
Oh, really?
So I would have to go up on stage.
Yeah.
I was fucking belting. Like
I was fucking singing Headley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the song?
Headley. Shit. Oh my god, dude.
Shit. What was the song?
Support Headley, bro.
Why? What happened to Headley? I never paid attention, dude.
Singer's a fucking sex offender too.
Bro, what is going on, man?
Bro, dudes in Hollywood are fucking crazy.
Dude. Their mothers and their fathers need to fucking smack them up as kids, man.
Yeah,
hate to be extreme about it, but goddamn,
well, but listen, I hate to break it, but like, listen, that's probably why some of the music's so good because of their childhood experiences.
Fuck,
bad childhood, and hey, bro, that's why I can't write a song to save my fucking life.
Yeah,
my childhood was.
My
good.
parents are too nice,
fuck,
man.
mom and dad.
Fuck, guys.
Yeah, so I was trying to perform that song, but no one my age was good enough to play. So I was going to be playing with like the actual fucking teachers in the concert, but I never got to that point. I think I quit after that.
True. Yeah, man. I remember I was at Arcadia. So Dario was actually technically my second teacher. There was some other guy, but like I was with that other, like my parents are not like strict and like controlling, but like strict and firm. You know what I mean? Like there's leniency where leniency is you know, appropriate. Absolutely. And I remember like they were telling me, I don't really remember this that much as a kid. I remember a little bit of it, but like we had like drum lessons and shit. And if I wasn't like fully, for lack of better word, like obedient to the teacher, it would be like, okay, like if you're not going to really give this, we're not going to pay for it kind of thing. Right. Absolutely. So I did that for a bit, and it was either like being too out there, like not paying attention, or it was being too small for the drums, or fucking whatever it was, right? But after that, I started doing lessons with Dario, and it definitely picked up and, you know, became my career and shit. But we used to do this like summer program. It was like 8 or 9 weeks or whatever. You would do like 8 weeks on Saturdays, like 3 hours playing with like a bassist from another teacher, a guitarist from another teacher, the vocal teacher picked a student. So from what I remember, if I have this correct, the teachers would pick students, and they would like, all the teachers would like congregate and decide what the bands are going to be. So like, you know, Dario's like, Ian plays a lot of this music. So does the bassist, so does the guitarist, so does the singer. Okay, that's their band. That's their band, and make bands out of it, right? And so like you would have full day Saturdays from like 10 to 5 or whatever, like each teacher is running their band, and you'd have like the whole band playing. And it was actually really cool because the teacher was the bassist and was also the band coordinator, like the band director. And so we do all that playing, and then the last week you do a performance at Dave & Buster's.
Oh, sweet.
Bro,
and
that's tight as fuck.
Bro, do you guys know the song Santeria by Sublime?
Yeah.
That was the song we had to open with. Damn. Little 11 or 12, maybe 13-year-old Ian, you know, in front of, mind you, so it was like all the bands played that one day, extended family. It was a long-ass room. It was the party room at Dave & Buster's. You had to set your tables. Your name was there on the table, so you knew exactly where to sit. There was like a prepaid meal or whatever it was, right? And then like kids got like tickets to go and play. So you were playing to a fucking packed house. Yeah, that's sick. And then I'm sitting there, and the guitarist is like, din, dun, 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 and starts playing. And then I'm like, and I'm like playing so fast, and the teacher's like playing the bass, and he's like, you can slow down. And I'm like so fucking nervous, and I'm like playing the groove, and I'm like, fuck, like this is so bad. And it was so fucking brutal. And then we had to do, I think it was Little Black Submarines right after that by the Black Keys. Mm-hmm. And I played it like too slow. And I was like,
you overcorrected.
chung chaka chung chaka chung, and I could just see my parents like,
what are you doing?
what?
What are we paying for now?
This is my child. like fuck, man. That's brutal. Have you ever done any performances? Like, did you ever do any? Like, I know you said you dropped out, but did you do any prior to that?
No.
Maybe
Nothing.
in front of like family or something.
No, just the teacher, really.
Yeah,
the teacher,
that's the lesson.
Yeah.
It's kind of freaky as a kid, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I remember
well,
fucking.
I mean, just like, so the thing with that, right? Pretty much doing anything in front of anyone
A crowd.
Yeah.
is gonna, like.
Could bring
get
up
you
some
going,
nerves.
right? So
yeah.
the thing with that, so a lot of people, when I was younger, right? My parents signed me up for karate. I did that for 10, 11 years. So I started when I was like 3 or 4.
Right.
I quit
Well, you started playing music when you were 3 or 4?
No. I started doing karate. Right?
Oh, I don't know why you literally said I started doing karate. My brain's like, I started doing music.
No. I started doing music when I was 10. So right, so
it's a better age.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna come back. I swear to God. So we did tournaments and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Where I don't want to say perform, but you do. You're standing in front of judges. You have to do your kata and stuff like that. And so I have to say, doing that from a young age definitely helped when I started doing music and performing in front of people, because now the nerves like pretty much gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, for fellow musicians who are out there watching this, honestly, the only way, if you have nerves, the only way to get over it is to do it more, and you'll just get used to it. Or if you're of legal drinking age, just get shit faced.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do anything like. I can't imagine I could do anything like not sober performance related.
Yeah.
I feel like it would psych me the fuck out.
I've had to.
Really?
Yeah, I've had to do it now. Yeah, because for school, I can't show up fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is like, if I'm anything but sober, I can't perform. Like,
you can't do
no.
it if you're drunk.
There's no way. Yeah, I can't perform while under anything.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't do
tried.
it, man. No,
I haven't had to. That's the thing. I've never tried.
Dude,
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I know. Yeah, could you imagine, like, hey, so this great home in the corner house.
It has a bar.
Yeah, it's one of
They
those.
come
Like,
into the open house. You want a shot?
Yeah, give one for the kid.
Yeah,
Hey, you're
yeah.
cool, buddy.
Yeah.
How old are you? 7?
They come. I'm like,
Yeah. The parents are like, we like this guy.
yeah.
This guy sounds
Good
He
guy.
sounds like
Great
a lot of
marketing,
fun.
great sales
You should
tactic.
have him over.
Daniel DeRosa's like, I sponsor Proper 12. Like,
Proper 12.
just like leave them like every corner of the
Ladies
house.
whiskey.
Bro, what is it like fucking like showing a house
Yeah,
to somebody, like giving a
honestly,
tour?
That is a question.
Like, how do
It's
you
fun.
do that, man?
Well, okay. So, for example, like if I'm bringing like newer clients, I kind of just like let them be. I'll be there,
Yeah.
but like I don't like. I'll walk around, just let them kind of like take it all in,
right.
and then I'll chat with them.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
But if you're a reoccurring client, I'm just gonna shoot the shit with you.
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah.
And just talk, be like, you know what? Like, I think like this house might be beneficial for this reason, this reason, this reason. I don't want my new clients to feel like I'm trying to force them into
Yeah.
something.
Right. Trying to force the sale for sure.
Right? Because obviously, if you're coming back to me as a client, you trust me and you trust my opinion.
Yes, absolutely.
If you're a new client, ask me anything after, or if you have questions during, I'll answer. But I let them just kind of like
Do their thing.
flow.
I
No,
mean,
that's
they're
good.
also
Yeah.
like fucking grown adults and shit too. So
Yeah,
it's not like they're gonna need like a ton of guidance.
exactly.
You know? Especially on like an open house. So
Yeah, no, for sure.
it's good that you have that. I would imagine so. Like, I remember I was doing some like, I don't want to say house viewing or whatever, but like when I was living in Bolton, I joined my parents on some like open house.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. Not even a little bit.
I have to, bro. I still live here.
Dude, it's only because it's free that we're here in Bolton. It's the
That's
only
awesome.
reason. And because my employers at DeGaz on Music are actual patron saints.
Yeah.
They're the greatest people. But anyways, like we had a real estate agent who was a really intelligent dude, but he's like a wise guy, you know, or like a dude who was wise, not a wise guy, you know. And like I remember just like walking around and I would ask him, I'm like, can I check out this? Like, because, you know, when you're in high school, the first thing you're thinking of, where the fuck is my room?
Where's my room?
Yeah.
Where can I have my own private time? You know what I mean?
Baby?
Exactly. Like,
Where's the stripper pole?
yeah, you just think about like all the things, right? And I asked him, and he's like, you can do whatever you want and use the bathroom. I was like, cool. You know,
awesome.
and it's like,
I'm gonna go take a shit.
you kind of experience the house for the first time. I feel like one of the biggest things, you got to feel like you could live there. Like if you feel like you couldn't live there, then there's no point, you know? And
exactly.
it's that thing of like staying back. And it's funny, like I feel like sometimes people in their profession don't always think about that. Like when to talk, when not to talk. Even if you're leading the whole thing, you know, like how long until you have to pull back and let someone else do their work or whatever, you know? And like even now, some of my students, like it's April now, you know, there are students of mine now that are finally doing the talking in the classroom. They're like, hey, what about this? And what about that? And all that. But back in, you know, October, November, they're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess like, you know, you see someone once a week or whatever, but like with real estate, like I would imagine like you'd have to look at every nook and cranny of a home to kind of feel like you know the place.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
Yes.
What do you
no,
think? Yeah.
Because like you touched base on like the house being presentable for someone else, like to see it as their home.
Right.
So that brings in, for example, like a stager.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So if, for example, a lot of people go into houses, people don't stage their house. So their house is situated for their living, not situated for the buyer.
Right.
So for example, I just staged a house yesterday. So everything that, my parents' house, everything my parents had is all in a storage unit now. Everything inside the house, besides like our appliances, couch, is the stagers.
Right.
Because we want people coming into the house. No family photos.
Yeah. Because it's going to feel like someone else's
You want
home.
people to come in and be like, yeah, I could see us having dinner there.
Yeah, because if you have someone else, if you have the clients or the seller's property there, it's going to feel like the seller's house.
Exactly.
Right? It's got to, that's so true.
You got to market to the buyer.
That's something that's kind of fun. Like, so just to like, you know, humor me, I guess, just because like, so, you know, as of right now, I'm at the age where a lot of my friends are moving away because we're going to post-secondary and stuff like that. Or they're just moving away to get out of Bolton.
Naturally.
So like, what kind of info do you need and to know about a house? And then do you, like, hypothetically, would you have to tell, like, I know, like, I don't know if this is true or not, but do you have to tell people when, like, someone's died in that house or something like that? You do, right?
Yeah. It's got to be in the, like, you either got to disclose it beforehand or it's got to be put into the contract when you send the offer. It's got to be disclosed that someone died in the house. If they passed out and they died in the hospital, you don't have to do shit.
Right. It's a dying in the house.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Which is a really weird clause to disclose.
Is it like a level like a floor 13 thing where it's like superstition or whatever, or is it like
could be, but there also could be like a deeper reason to it because it could be, why did they die? Were they murdered?
Right.
Now I got to worry about a murderer coming to my house.
Yeah, because for sure. Yeah, there's that whole thing. True.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think. I was thinking like an elderly person like passed away and like
and
you know
want the ghost haunting
like the
Still
ghost of Gretchen. You know.
Oh, why is this bitch fucking with my microwave?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking. Gretchen keeps changing the channels back to Coronation Street. Like, I don't want to watch this, you know?
Oh, God, Gretch, get out of here.
Yeah, my God. Gretch, just have a seat.
Yeah.
Watch Cake Boss with me, please.
Yes.
That's just like, I don't know. It's just funny to me because, like, none of my friends have ever moved before. And then, like, you know, suddenly, like, one of them, we don't really talk anymore, but regardless, one of them, they live around here, actually.
Yeah.
And I was just hanging out with a couple of other, other dudes, and we were, like, walking or biking or driving. I can't remember what we were doing, but we were went past it. Yeah. And I was like, man, I probably know this person's house more than they do. Because I've been in it so many times. I've done some stupid shit in there, all that kind of thing. And it's just like.
So are you still living in your like childhood home? Like you were in Waterloo, but like this is the same house that you grew up in since you can remember. Yeah. How about you?
Where like I moved like a few times. So
true.
My childhood home is on Mount Hope, but we moved out of there.
Yeah.
And now we live uptown Bolton.
Okay, true. So I don't remember it at all. Like I literally can't recall anything from it. But I was living in Scarborough as a baby until I was like 4. Whenever my mom got pregnant with my younger brother, then we moved to Bolton.
Yeah.
I think maybe we moved to Bolton like 2003 or something. So I wasn't there for long. Like I don't. My parents are like, "You don't remember living in Scarborough?" I'm like,
"Fuck."
I didn't even know I existed at that age. I was just like a NPC, man. Yeah. I was like, I don't remember Jack,
TV.
bro.
Just watching TV. I'm chilling.
Literally, I would be like lifted up every time anything needed to happen. I could never move on my own. Like I was a fucking baby. How am I supposed to remember?
I saw, just before I just saw this TikTok, and it was just like I can't remember what the sound was, but it was like a random 3-year-old living his life, and then he suddenly gains consciousness.
Yeah, and I was like, he looks in the mirror, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
I'm like, here, but
my brain is real.
Yeah,
like,
honestly,
that's one of the things too. That's so dumb. I was gonna say I don't want to get on this tangent, but like. Does a baby recognize its conscience? Like, is a baby like, what is this man? Like the Pinocchio voice or whatever? Like anyways, I don't want to get into that whole fucking. We're gonna be on there, and whoever's listening to this is gonna be like, "Fuck off!" Yeah, like, not now.
Shut up.
I don't want to listen to this on a fucking Sunday. Yeah, literally. But yeah, like, I remember, obviously, of course, like the Bolton home that I grew up in. Like, I lived in like the, it would be the West End, like. Down that way. Yeah. I lived on that subdivision over there. You know? Exactly. And I remember all that shit. Like, a lot of it. And it's weird. Like, some of my buddies, one now lives there, but a few of them, like, okay. There was at least like 8 or 9 high school friends there, and our block was fucking lit. Yo, we used to do some shit, man. Baby. There, like, my street was like it was a crescent.
Yeah.
And on one side was like my neighbors, and my godfather was there, and then like around the other side of the block was like 3 other friends, and then a little bit further down was another group of friends, and we would all like meet up at the St. Nick's Field and shit. But on my crescent, there was other friends from my school, and we would have like this hockey like meet. So like it's kind of like the shape of a U, or like a what's the horseshoe? A horseshoe. Thank you. Yeah, big brain. We would meet at like the top of it. And like we would play hockey on that corner because you could see cars coming from any side, and they could see you. There was enough time, right? Yeah. Because we'd have to move the fucking nets, and we were like stingy. Like the center post of the net has to be in the fucking line on the road, and we gotta get the angle right. And we were way too fucking uptight about it. But it would be like left side versus right side, like Humber shed facing each other all the time, and we used to fucking like. We used to get really pissed, and it was me. I had these 2 neighbors. Shout out to Luke and Mark Kim if they ever listen to this. I haven't talked to these dudes since like grade 6. Yeah, this is your point where you edit in that shit, man. And like we would play hockey, and we would like smoke the other side of the street like all the time. Hell yeah. And then the girl that I'm dating right now, and I don't talk about relationships on the podcast just for the sake of being professional, even though we talk about fucking the dumbest shit ever. So I was showing her around like that area, and I was like, yeah, this is my childhood home. And it's so weird to see like someone else there. Yeah. And they've been living there now since 2017, because unless someone else moved again. Yeah. But either way, it's like they've been there since 2017, right? And I'm sitting there like you said, like there's so many things about that house that like I know that I feel like they don't, don't, you know, like, and haven't recognized like little things like on the window of my bedroom, there was like a specific way to like take it off to clean the window, because it was like the double glass thing.
Okay, yeah.
And one of my good buddies, his dad as a side hustle would clean windows. Mm-hmm. And he had like all the gear for it just because of whatever his like actual job was. He had it, so he would use it and, you know, make $50 for an hour work just to clean your neighbor's windows or whatever, right? And so I remember like showing him how to take off like the Windows screen thing so that he could get around to it. And I'm like, I wonder if they've figured it out yet, you know? And it's so weird thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. Like and the thing is like the 2 houses that I, like the one I'm in now and the one that I grew up in, we were the first people to live there. Like we never moved into someone else's home. So like, we christened everything. My dad's like, I'm taking the first dump in the fucking bathroom.
Yes, sir.
And I'll be the first to shower and shit. And like, this will be our first of everything. You know, we'll be the first to change up the backyard, like all that kind of stuff. And it's so wild now, like thinking about like who the fuck is, like, what are they doing in my bedroom now? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
what did they change?
What did they change? Like, what did they do? And it's like I've always had this like very, very, I don't want to say snobby, but like, for lack of a better word, I'll say snobby, like, you know, fantasy where it's like, let's say whatever we all do hits like a high magnitude of success where you're like, you're recognizable at any point. Like, I'd love to go back and be like, hey, I'm Ian. Let me see your home. Like, let me see what you did to my house, man. Like, I was here first. I took a shit here first. It's my fucking toilet, you know.
Let me in.
They'll be like, oh my God, Ian Franco. And then there's always like that one sibling that he's not cool. You know what I mean? I'll walk in, I'm like, nice to meet you, Mrs. So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so. So, oh, okay, I see. You put a bidet here. Nice. And,
cool,
you know what I mean?
Cool.
Like,
I'm going to test that out.
Yeah, if you don't mind, let me just clean my ass real quick. You know what I mean? And I just always had that like fantasy, like just taking a look at the house being like, oh, I remember this. I remember that, like this layout and all that kind of stuff and all the days. You know what I mean? Which is kind of, which I feel like is super intrusive, you know, to be like, like.
But if you're a celebrity,
you know, like,
they don't care.
Yeah, imagine Arnold like going back to like his first apartment in the U.S. being like, get out of the way, and then it's like, I want to see what you did to my place now and shit like that. Like,
shit, dude.
I feel like that would be fun. But did
imagine
you guys
denying him from coming into that apartment.
like, hey, fuck you. Sylvester Stallone's better. Get out of here. Like, go back.
Be back.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back with a warrant.
Expendables are gonna be on our ass, homeboy.
Yo, okay. Have you seen Expendables?
I've seen the first one.
I can't. No, I don't think so.
Man, that movie is so try hard, dude.
Yeah. Is it like the Fast and the Furious movies?
Yeah, but like the later ones.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
After Fast 5.
Yo, even that to me was pushing it.
Even past like 4.
Yeah.
Even 3.
3 and 4. Think about it, man. If there's only 3 or 2 Home Alones, like there should only be 2 of anything. Those are the only good ones.
Know, man.
There's actually.
Okay, that's true, but that's like fantasy. That's like that's like fiction in that thing. You're like. Like obviously Fast and Furious is fiction, but it's not like folklore or whatever,
it's
you
not
know?
Like, you know, spells and I mean, it basically is at this point.
Homemade pancakes.
Yeah,
it's my favorite shit.
Flying, fucking parachuting across.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Are you guys fans of Harry Potter?
Oh,
yes.
I love Harry Potter. Yeah.
All right, I'm a hot take here. I do not like it at all. I'm not a fan.
What do you not like about it?
Everything. Like, I've never been able to make it past like half an hour of any movie, even as a kid. Like, I watched it as a kid. I think my parents had it on DVD or whatever, and there was a scene, some like big ass snake.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
the second one.
I was like watching it. I remember it freaked me out as a kid, and then I watched it again, and I was like, I don't like it. Just doesn't. It doesn't like. It doesn't connect with me. You know?
Is it like that fantasy thing? Like, do you like the Lord of the Rings?
I love Lord of the Rings. I know, bro. It's incoherent
So
and it's not in any way like it doesn't make sense. Like I should like it. I just don't.
I think you should read the books first.
Yeah, bro. Come on, me read books.
Me read,
dude.
No.
I read. I'm music notes at best.
Just take in like the author's creativity to come up with what 7 books?
Yeah,
7 books.
7 books. 8
develop
movies.
all these characters.
Turn them into movies. Make them legit.
And then now they're movies.
Yeah.
Like
no, there's
how
as an artist for sure. There's a ton of respect. I just don't like it. Like
that's fair. Everyone's
you know,
opinion, even if
I respect like the game, Eminem, 2 Chainz. I'm not like diehard fans of their music.
Oh, okay.
But I of course respect them. Like there are some songs, right? I'm sure there are moments. I love the Harry Potter memes, like Voldemort. That guy's hilarious. Like that shit's great. You know what I mean?
Memes?
But like, sorry,
the TikTok memes now.
the TikTok memes are like all of his different laughs in different languages.
Yeah.
That's just hilarious. You know, like I for sure respect it. Like I couldn't watch golf. I couldn't watch baseball unless I was physically attending it.
Yeah, true.
I still respect it, but I'm like, I can't watch it. Like it's
You gotta
not
play
entertainment.
golf though.
No.
I've tried, man. I was like,
Sorry.
the pinky
fun.
like the
It is
pinky
fun.
thing. It is. I feel like it's more fun when you're with people that you like.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not the actual sport. Like I could
fair.
play hockey with
It's like
8 people that I hate, but I'm enjoying the sport. I feel like golf is more like who you hang out with is important.
Is. No,
and cigars.
What?
Cigars are crucial to golf.
Oh, I thought you were just saying that as like
No, cigars are not a sport.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Too.
You know,
Like last summer, I think I golfed. Earliest I golfed was 9 a.m.
Wow.
Okay.
That is
Fuck
commitment.
That.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm
So
sorry.
9:15, we're on like hole 2. The cart girl comes around,
Oh, the cart girl.
and we're just
Interesting.
give us 4.
Yeah.
And make sure. And we said make sure you keep coming around because we're gonna be buying.
Yeah.
I think by like 10:30, we were like 3 or 4 fucking
Well, hold
seltzers
on.
in.
9 a.m. to 10:30 p.m.
No. AM.
Oh,
AM.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, man's golfing like the full fucking
No,
rotation of the sun.
I think we did like 9. I think it was like 9 to like 1 because we did like a full 18.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. You ever see Robin Williams' skit on the guy that invented golf?
No.
It's like a drunk Irish guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got an idea here. I'm going to give you a stick and a ball. And you're going to put the ball in a hole, but I'm going to make it really far away. And it's going to be a tiny, teeny stick that you can't hit. And every time you swing, you keep missing it. And you're going to come up with like some form that's bullshit. And you're not going to. And then he's like, despite all that, I'm going to put trees and water and sand. And then I'm going to make you do it 18 times. And he's like, and I was like, bro, that dude is so funny. Rest in peace, a fucking legend for real. But like in high school, we used to do the like fun gym and real gym, you know, and I did both. I was like, I don't want to do anything else. I'll just do gym twice a day.
Yeah.
And so it's like you do like your actual circuit training. And then after that, the next teacher's like, we're going to go get pancakes. And this is our excursion and shit.
No, like I remember grade 12 was actually a fucking joke.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think
100%.
Grade 12 was sick.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. It was
great.
a fun year.
As a kid, it was great. As an adult, you're like, how dare they?
Nah, bro.
Grade 12,
Yeah,
I
you're
did.
still
I'm a
19,
loser.
man.
Yeah,
You're not thinking about taxes like him and I are and shit. Like 2 years ago, you were in high school. 5 years ago, we were in high school. Yo, if Leo was here, Leo would outclass all of us.
That's why I'm doing it. I need to get it out of the way because I can't do what he's doing.
Yeah, for real.
I just feel
You were
bad.
saying in grade 12.
I did fuck all.
Yeah, 100%.
I think one course I actually gave a shit about.
That's the beauty of grade 12.
What was the course?
Entrepreneurship. Shout out Miss Sacco.
Yes. Yo, for me, it was music, English, and law were the 3 that I gave a shit
No
about.
way.
Yeah.
I didn't take law, but yeah, it was music and English.
Yeah,
For me
well,
in grade
because
12.
the way my dad worded it to me, it was like the 2 courses you absolutely fundamentally have to absolutely try your best, even if you fucking hate it, is math and English, without a doubt. Like, it's not the fact that you need to know Pythagorean's theorem or whatever it is. The point is you need to understand how to learn and ingest information. That's the important part about school, which I wish they would fucking tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like people would do so much better in school if they just said it like, it doesn't matter if you can calculate the height of the tripod based off the distance from me and the tripod. Like, that doesn't matter. But it's how to ingest information and how to go from point A to B and then C to get the sum, right?
That's true.
So, like, in school, it was like, okay, I only have to do math, like 2 years. I'm just going to really do it well, and then I'm done. Because it's not like they're going to show me taxes, and I can understand, you know, what's it called, bed mass and all that shit. And after that, I'm not signing up. I'm done, Law, I wanted to learn law because, like, the biggest thing was, like, with the music industry, like, if you could learn some form of, like, contract law, basic civil law, something related to, like, international law. Of course, we learned about fucking serial killers. And then, bred the whole generation of, like, white chicks that are like, Ted Bundy
Shut
is
up,
my
stop,
fucking...
Stop. Oh my God, no, dude, fuck. I was in I took an elective last year, and I was talking to this one girl on Snapchat about, like, a course.
Yeah.
And then I was, like, we were just talking, and she was like, man, you know who's super hot? Fucking Ted Bundy. And I was like, what does this have anything to do with fucking the history of bebop, homie? Like, are you kidding me?
The history of bebop, bro.
Because it was the elective was the history of rock and roll. and we were talking about Bebop and Chuck
Oh my
Berry and
god,
those guys.
do you know Bebop by chance?
No.
I don't know, man.
It's
Bebop
like a
is like
genre.
1920s jazz,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
trap for a century ago,
Okay.
essentially.
So yeah, and fuck, dude, I was just like,
It goes hard.
okay.
It does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it goes hard.
I was just like, when she said that, I was just like, that's cool.
Mm.
Can we?
Can we
Not
stay
talk
on
about it?
hand
Yeah,
here?
like I'm.
It's so
like,
true.
It's fucking
It's brutal.
I can fix him. No, you.
No, you
fucking
can't, man. Like,
Bitch,
if
there's
the
something
judge can't, neither can you.
fundamentally wrong with this person.
Yeah, literally.
He
Yeah.
belongs in jail.
You guys ever watch Mindhunter?
Yeah.
You seen that show?
No.
Oh, dude.
No.
If you got
It's
a
really
Netflix
good.
list,
Yeah.
before it gets taken off, eh?
Yeah, true.
Because they are canceling it.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
renewing it,
I gotta
apparently.
watch it then.
Mindhunter. Have you seen, is it Hamilton? Jonathan Groff. He's in the new Matrix. He
Okay.
plays Mr. Anderson. And I think he plays Mr. Anderson. I didn't like the new Matrix at all.
I haven't
I was
seen
not a
it.
fan. Don't watch it. Don't let it
No.
ruin your view. You know,
Yeah,
there's some
fair.
things in this world we don't need to see. Even with all the access in the internet, you don't need to see it.
No.
Keep you're gonna be in life so short, man. Just fucking, you don't need to watch
Enjoy
it.
the first Matrix.
Yeah, enjoy.
true.
Like, I like the second one. The third one, I get it. It's not my favorite, but I get it. You know, it's, you know what it's
Fair.
like? It's like when you go to like a really fancy dinner and you can see like the 4 things on your plate that you want to eat, that you have to eat. And there's that one thing that you're like, I should probably mix this in with the other food because I don't really like this.
Yes.
You ever get that?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like the
I
Matrix is that little
Peace.
Oh,
the little piece.
Yeah.
And you're like, I should probably mix this in with the chicken, but like, do I want to fuck up the chicken? You know, if you're able to, give them the plate. Let's say it's like turnips. Give them the plate of the turnips back. Like, that's for you, man.
Yeah.
You can keep that. I'm not gonna eat your turnips.
Yeah. That's your
you know?
tip. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, boss.
Yeah.
You know, Matrix 4 is the turnips. Don't fuck with the turnips, bro. You know, I'm gonna need you to edit that, right? Don't fuck with the turnips.
fuck- hey.
You know,
You can say that about a lot of movies,
That has
though.
to be the thumbnail.
100%, dude. It's fucked.
Right?
Like, what would you name more that fucking?
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I was
saying-
literally gonna say Fast and Furious. I was like, you know what? I'm like, let me ask him to
I
see.
was like, I can name 5 right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Dude,
Fast
do you
and
like them though?
Furious.
Do you like the early ones?
I love the early
The
ones
early ones are good.
because they're
That's
actually
good.
about cars.
I said-
And they're
Yeah.
actually about
Get
racing.
very
The
good.
point of Fast and Furious.
Paul Walker, I love that.
You
Do you
guys were
like do you like
criminals.
Disney's cars?
What?
Do you like Disney's cars?
Yeah. Yes.
You better not slander. Okay.
Oh no, I love
I
it.
thought you were
Fucking
going to slander cars.
dude.
I was going to be like, hey.
dude, I literally like
Asshole.
do something good. Asshole. I do something that I like and I'm like, ka-chow.
Yeah.
Good job.
Finish benching and I'm like, nice. Ka-chow.
Bro.
But you were saying,
Yeah.
So Fast and Furious, Home Alone,
oh hell yeah, dude.
Home Alone,
Classic.
1 and 2, and that's it.
One
That's
and
it.
2, bro.
That's it. That's all you need.
You don't need
Good.
anything else,
I was going
man.
to say, I was like, if you're
The other
going-
one should be removed from history.
Yeah.
Like when the aliens come, they're like Home Alone 1 and 2, scratch, next movies. Like should be cut out. Like
Yeah.
no thank you.
Yeah. What else? Halloween. I
Have
don't know
you
why
seen the
there's
last one?
95
Yeah,
Yeah.
versions.
there-
How many
he-
times
it's
can
a-
he fucking
it's a-
die?
it's
and
an
come
annual
back?
thing.
like 10,000 times.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
fucked. I know.
It's-
And then they're like, I can't believe he's still alive.
Yeah, I know.
And now it's like the when she was like young,
Yeah.
now she's like the fucking like the elder that's like
Yeah.
protecting the next generation. I'm like, lock him up, man.
Bro.
If he's locked up, why are you letting him out?
Yeah.
Like, if he's a human being, he's got like 10 years. Like, just let him die.
Yeah.
Like, why are you like, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's
And
sell
you
out
guys-
this box office,
You guys
bud.
know that he's a threat for how
Yeah.
long? You guys,
Bro, it's
you guys
been
are just
like-
keeping him alive. Just shoot
Yeah,
the guy.
just fucking
It's been like at least 10 decades.
Yeah.
send him to
At least.
Oklahoma, give him the chair. Give
Yeah.
him the lethal injection. See you later, bud.
Yeah.
It's fucked, man.
Do all of them at the same time. Electrical shock, injection. Just
Yeah.
Give him the all inclusive.
Just yeah.
All in
Like
one,
this.
all in one
Yeah.
baby.
The VIP package.
Yeah,
of
Like
please,
fucking
one way
fuck.
murder.
to hell.
Yo, that's fucked, man. Yeah, no, there are some movies that like I'm a fan of Ghostbusters. I love Melissa McCarthy. I love the individual actors. When you put them all together to do Ghostbusters,
work.
I'm like,
It didn't
guys,
work.
hey, how about like do something new?
Original,
Like,
yeah.
what's that one where she's like a con artist? Melissa
Identity
McCarthy's?
thief. Identity thief.
That movie's great.
Yeah. She-
Fantastic.
fucking
She's
funny
fucking
ass
amazing.
movie.
Yeah,
The minute she puts on the blaster, I don't like you anymore, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but like, there are some things. Have you seen anybody try and reinvent the fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
No.
Like,
Yeah.
Almond butter,
Yeah, I was gonna
still
say.
nuts. I don't count that as a change. That's just a new character. you know? But someone's like, yeah, like some bullshit. Like, what if we fucking toasted the toasted the piece of bread in the oil of the peanut butter, and it was a peanut butter flavored bread. I'm
infused toast.
I'm like, do me a favor, put down the spatula and go to the fucking what's it called when you sit in a fucking cubicle? Like, entirely leave the cuisine industry.
Fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself. Go to the cubicle. Type all day. Like, I don't want to see you.
Type your little ideas on a
type your ideas on a blog on MySpace where no one's gonna read them.
No one will read
you know what I mean? Like, people are trying to reimagine or reinvent. Like, I'm not talking about additions. Like, I mean, completely change the game.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
can't do it, man. Like, I can't.
Just because, listen, when I was a kid, I had to be gluten free because I have these weird bumps on my arms that people thought.
You got eczema?
I don't know if it's. I don't
Me
know.
too, bro.
I don't know if that's what it is, but like,
you need some Lubriderm.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Shit's good.
That sounds like.
You got dry skin. If you do this and it becomes like grated Parmesan, you need some really. Lubriderm.
No,
you know?
I don't know what it is. Like, a lot of people my age have it for some reason, but regardless.
You guys are a weird generation.
Yeah, I know, right?
You
weird.
Kids these days.
You know what it is? My parents had
the TikTok.
My parents had the polio shot, so it probably gave me.
Oh.
Oh my god! It's that goddamn phone of yours.
It's that goddamn phone.
Yeah.
That's why you got those phones.
That's why you ain't got no bitches. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to edit all this shit out because I'm a fucking idiot. But no, so yeah, they thought it was because of that. It wasn't. So anyway, for a long time I was gluten free, right? So I had to eat gluten free bread.
Yeah.
And all this fucking bullshit. And I had to do the gluten free substitutes for peanut butter. So I had almond butter, sun butter. Fucks that. And yeah, it was gross as shit. I fucking hated it. But I do have to say, for people who are like they have an allergic reaction to peanuts,
right?
Peanut butter, and they can't have it if they happen to like peanut butter sandwich. I can't imagine why they would.
Yeah. You know what, man? Let me test this allergy, bro.
If they do, there are substitutes.
Yeah, but they're not like trying to like.
No, but
they're not trying to reimagine it. Like, listen, it's like the veganism thing. I'm all for it. Like, you want to do whatever you want to do, great. Yeah. You want to bring down the price of fucking T-bone steaks because there's too much supply and not enough demand. Take it,
Fuck
man.
Yeah.
You want to just pound back a fucking jar of chickpeas? Yes.
I hate
Go ahead. But like when they're like, okay, rice paper?
Yeah.
Somebody took these tofu bones and then wrapped rice paper and like cut it up. Like, you got to take one piece of rice paper and make it like 2 inches and another one 4 and another one 8. And they wrap like the 2 inch to create like the butt end of the drumstick. Yeah. And then the 3 and then the 4.
They make it look like a chicken wing.
And the chicken wing. And then they're like, then we have this like Louisiana dip and it's like my new vegan chicken drumsticks. I'm like,
nah,
make your own shit, man. Yeah. Like, don't fuck up my chicken. Exactly. Like, leave it.
Yeah. That's why
make tofu really good. Yeah. Don't pretend
that it's
like
good.
Fuck, man.
That's why there's this one girl on Instagram that I follow. She's from Canada. I don't know if she's from around Ontario, but regardless, and I think she's like a nurse, but she does like social media. She's a cook, right?
Right.
A chef, whatever. And she does like a segment called OnlyPans.
It's not good. That's good. That's creative.
Fire name.
She's not like naked or anything like that. She just like
she
makes jokes about like innuendos. Like,
that's good shit,
where,
man.
Like, she was squeezing.
Landon, I'm gonna need you to go to the drawing board. We need some of that, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
We need some.
She was squeezing
something, man.
She was squeezing a lemon and she was like, "Oh, that looks familiar," like that kind of a thing, like as a joke. Yeah. So, but she made this like they were called cauliflower bites, where she just she cut up some cauliflower, fried it, and then put like a sauce on it.
Yeah.
Great, sick. I'd eat that. That looks fucking delicious. But I know the thing that you're talking about, where like they make this like drumstick and it looks like chicken, but it's not chicken. Yeah. It's like, bruh, why?
Yeah, no, for
sure.
Do
your own thing.
For sure.
Stop ruining my shit.
It's brutal, and it doesn't taste good at all.
It doesn't.
It's so bad.
I've tried a few vegan things. It was like Simply Protein. Yeah. It was like meat free. So I got chicken or whatever. One night I cracked it open and I looked at it. I cooked it. I tried it, and I fucking spat it out right away. It is gross.
Yeah.
It didn't suit me.
Yeah.
But
Fuck that.
the cauliflower bites.
Yeah.
Yes.
But again,
it's
I'm not going to
cauli-
spend the time to make it. I'll just
Yeah.
go to the store and buy them.
Yeah.
I feel that. But this is the thing. It's like, if you're trying to get away from meat,
Yeah.
Why
don't
would you
make
think-
fake meat. Like, you're not going to do it well. There's just,
Yeah.
like, you can't substitute it and then call it like, it's so close to the real thing. Bro, you're
It's not.
lying to yourself.
McDonald's has been doing
You know
it
what
for
you should be
decades.
doing? Perfecting the ratatouille dish.
Yeah.
Something that's actually vegan, that is actually exquisite and immaculate. Do that instead. Or, you know, like you have the like the pasta that's like made out of spinach or whatever.
I was
Or
just
they
about to
take
talk
like
to
the
you about
zucchini
Yeah, the
and they
zucchini
spin
pasta,
it
yeah.
and they do like the
I hate
little
that.
like roll things.
So gross.
Like you got your own thing, do it really well.
Yeah.
Don't try and pretend.
But pasta is vegan. Pasta isn't made from animal products.
That's what I mean. Like they could fucking do it well, but
Like,
they
bro.
decide to just be like, you know, be on the meat. And then there's the whole thing about like, oh, it's safer for the environment and all that shit. And then you really take a look at like all the farms and like think about this. Imagine you have your supply of any type of vegetation. Let's just say chickpeas, for example, right? Before the veganism wave, where it became cool to be vegan, you had to take care of your crops because that's your product. It's not just about Mother Nature at that point. Like it's that because you need it to be sustainable and renewable, but it is your product. So you need to take care of it. You can't allow critters, insects or whatever to completely destroy all that shit because there literally won't be food on the shelf. Like it's that simple, you know? So imagine when you really can't expand anymore on the need of that particular supply of chickpeas, but now it's even more popular. And to sustain someone's diet who would once eat one can of chickpeas for a whole group of people because it's in a salad, now that's their one meal. Like I see people make like chickpea chips and they're like, yeah, you'll need 3 cans for a tray. And I'm sitting there thinking the chickpea farmer is like 1 can, 1 family, 1 salad. Now he's like 3 cans,
One person.
12 chips.
One person.
1 person, 1 day, you know? And then they're like, oh my God, like it's so much healthier to be vegan. It's like, how much extra measures and precautions are they taking to save every fucking chickpea because the demand is so high? And then you don't want to pay $12 for a can of chickpeas like you would pay $12 for a pound of meat or whatever. And I'm sitting there thinking like, unless it's like a real dietary restriction, don't give me the fucking preach about why it's better. Like, how about you just get every company to do better as opposed to standing on this like moral high ground? Like, I'm of sound in mind because I think I care about animals.
That's all it is. It's
you
not
know?
even really like it. I don't know. It might be healthier. I personally don't think it is. I think it's probably about the same. Like as long as you eat good foods, exercise,
and you sleep well,
you'll be
healthy, you know, and take your vitamins,
hydrate, drink water, shit like that.
Exactly.
You'll be fine. However,
well, this is the thing. Like friends are like, "Oh, I'm vegan." They just eat pasta all day and French fries. I'm like, "You're not vegan, man. You're just a fucking carbaholic."
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you know,
not really healthy.
it's not.
It's
Carbs
not
are
really
definitely
healthy.
not healthy. If that's all you eat,
Dude.
like pasta,
But like I can get behind actual people being vegan because they don't want the cruelty of animals.
that
I'm
100%.
with that. I'm
for
with
sure.
that.
There's real cruelty in the
More
meat
meat,
world
yeah,
or whatever.
for sure. For sure. But at the same time, there also probably is like fucked up shit that's going into specific vegan products
Yeah.
to produce the
know.
demand for this
the
shit.
mass. So think about this. Imagine if you have lettuce, and for argument's sake, like I don't know, what's some sort of like farm critter, like a squirrel or something
Or
or
E.
whatever.
coli.
Sorry.
E. coli.
Right, exactly. But imagine like it's like a squirrel or some shit, or a chipmunk or whatever. Like, let's say I don't fucking know. I never paid attention in social studies or whatever it is. But like, imagine it's like a squirrel that could eat a little leaf of lettuce, and that's nothing to the farmer. But now, if the squirrel is there and it's got its whole pack, that farmer has to take extra precautions because that dude or that family or whatever needs every fucking leaf of lettuce. So you're saving animals, but now that farmer has to take extra precautions to make sure that nothing gets on that farm.
Yep.
And I'm like, nothing is ever going to be perfect. What we should be doing instead is pushing companies to give more to their farmers because they're the people that fucking make the shit. Yeah. The guy at the desk in sales for fucking, you know, XYZ, you know, like cold cut company or whatever, he's not doing the one making the crops, right? But like to sit there on this podium, this moral high ground, like because I eat lettuce with my fucking, chickpea salad instead of like, you know what I mean? Like to be vegan and say that is, I'm above you. And it becomes their whole personality. It's like, hey, what's your name? Well, my name is fucking Caitlin and I'm vegan. I'm like, my name's Ian and I'm wearing shoes today. Like, I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter, and thankfully it's not as popular now because people just stopped giving a shit.
Yeah, I'd still say it is because now it comes in with like the, well, I don't know. A lot of people that I talk to now, especially in post-secondary, are vegan, which is cool.
Well, yeah, do your thing, man.
But like, I mean, I can safely say that none of them are like, that's their entire personality. Because
you just don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, I'm not gonna go up to you, like, this is my name's Landon and I love chicken.
Yeah, oh, you're vegan? Guess what I ate today?
Yeah, don't if I go out for dinner with someone who's a vegan.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a steak.
Yeah,
medium rare. Judge me for my...
Don't give it the stink eyes. You know what I mean?
You know how many cows had to die for you? Good.
Yeah, thanks,
Fuck
man.
them cows.
How many fucking critters had to die for your chickpeas? Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's true, though. But I guess at that point, it's like... It's just people. Like, it doesn't matter what the medium is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like anything.
It could be anything. Like, growing up, playing hockey, even music today, I couldn't give a fuck who you represent. It doesn't matter to me because your group is not you. You're you. You're an individual. You know what I mean?
Individual.
Like, I don't know. Do you remember Nick Saville?
Yeah.
If he listens to this, shout out. The dude's a fucking beaut. Love the guy. Huge Habs fan. I was growing up and he'd be like, oh, the Leafs are shit. And we'd like go back and forth, but it wasn't real. We knew we were joking because we didn't actually give a fuck because we're not wearing the fucking jersey, man. Yeah. We don't play for the team. It doesn't actually matter, you know? But then there's some people that are like so fucking butthurt about whatever team or group that they're a part of that it takes over their whole life. And I'm like, sure, like if that's what you want to do, then fine. But like,
do you think, homeboy,
don't bring it in my space, in my circle. You know what I mean? Like
my
steak and my fucking my Leafs emblem and shit. Fucking having a good time, man.
Chilling, bro. But
I mean, like, it's funny because like the sports that I watch the most now is UFC. Like UFC, and I watch a little bit of Pride, or what's it called? What's the name of the jiu-jitsu thing? Or bare knuckle is fun to watch too. Bare knuckle? Sometimes, that shit freaks.
I'm not gonna like it.
Bare knuckle's fucked,
but it's fucked because like it always ends with like a bloody mat and like shit like that.
Dude,
no shit.
Yeah, they just have
wraps on.
It's like that scene in Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.
Nah, that shit was sick.
That was sick.
I love
First,
it. I can't wait.
Fucking decapitated the fucking. Like, he's like, what does he say? Discombobulate the ribs. Yeah, that's so funny. And then he gives him the prognosis after it. Yeah, it's just lit. But yeah, like in UFC, like unless it's someone like I know you're a fan of McGregor. Are you still a fan of McGregor today?
Oh yeah.
I appreciate the loyalty to McGregor.
You're okay.
Yeah,
100%. You were. Yeah, me too.
No, dude. I was a fan of him. My dad was actually the one that told me about him. I was a fan of him after the Max Holloway fight. Oh, wow. That's when I say fan, like that's when I found out about him. Like I like this guy, but it wasn't the thing I was talking about.
No, yeah.
What about you guys?
Probably when he was making the run for the title against Aldo, he was beating Chad Mendes, Dennis Silver. Yeah. That time was probably when he was starting to get a reputation.
I think I watched him.
That was Eddie Alvarez was after Diaz, wasn't it?
I think
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
In between the first, after the first Diaz fight, before the second Diaz fight.
It was, eh? Oh, I thought it was Diaz 1 and 2 and then Alvarez because I thought he stayed at because remember he had to bulk up. I thought he stayed at
maybe
that.
It was.
There's so many.
I don't. He's been in so many. You know what? The only argument against McGregor that I agree with is the fact that he, in what I would say how there's like purists of sport, from the perspective and from the eyes of a purist fan of MMA, I agree with the statement that he's not a true champion. On the idea that he is a champion, sure, he won belts, but in my opinion, a true champion is someone that can defend the belt. That to me is the only argument that I agree with against McGregor. Everything else, like, it wasn't a good fight against Mayweather, or it wasn't a noteworthy fight against Diaz, or Donald Cerrone this, you know what I mean? Fucking Aldo that. Like,
has he not won a...
He's never defended his belt.
No.
He's won.
Never had to.
He vacated. He's had many opportunities to defend. There was many people in line, especially at 145 and at 155, and he never defended his belt. Not once. He won and then moved on. He never defended his belt. And this is why I put people like...
I didn't know that.
Adesanya, John Jones, Anderson Silva, like, you know, even fucking Vanderlei Silva, even Stipe Miocic over McGregor when it comes to championship talk. Even Demetrius Johnson, even fucking Henry Cejudo, higher than McGregor because they've actually defended the belt. Because, again, it's solely from the perspective of being a purist. Yeah. If you're just a fan of the sport, he's a great champion because he won in such spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't know, this could be controversial.
Hot take from DeRosa!
But like, I feel like if it wasn't for the way he acted and the way he carried himself as a persona, the way people watch UFC now or mixed martial arts would not be the
way
he was a Crosby for the sport or a Gretzky
100%.
or whatever.
Absolutely.
He, like, people love to say Silva, GSP transcended the sport. Yes, within the community that already existed in
MMA,
but nobody before McGregor got the outside world to be like, oh yeah, I know that UFC thing.
Yeah.
Like, nobody did that.
Well,
he was first.
You're right.
I was hanging out with a few friends back when a few fights ago for UFC. I think it was back in January, February.
Right.
And like, we have a couple girls in our friend group.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, what are we watching tonight?" We'll fight. We're like, "Oh, we're watching UFC." She's like, "Oh, like Conor McGregor?"
Yeah. He's the guy. He's the guy. 100% he's the guy.
So like, even the girls who don't watch the sport know the sport because of him.
Absolutely.
I think
he is the transcending. Yeah.
I think a lot of people recognize that too, though. I have to say, like, I know there are some people who still, like, you know, the purists who are like, "Oh, this and that."
Yeah.
But they're definitely he's definitely.
He's a transcendent for sure.
Yeah,
this is the thing. That's what I mean. That's the one argument. Pardon me. That's the one argument that I agree with against McGregor. Jesus, I got the fucking hiccups for some reason. My God.
But it was the drunk talk from before.
Yeah, literally.
You hit the once, like, as we were talking about that, and I really wanted to say a joke about it.
But yeah, like, he is the guy to do that for sure. And Mike Tyson on his podcast put it really well. Like, he went 10 rounds with Mayweather. Yeah. There are professionals.
People don't understand that.
That's the thing people really don't fucking understand what that means. It doesn't click to them that there are fighters that fought Mayweather and that's their whole life is boxing and only boxing and nothing else but boxing on some fucking, you know, Rocky Balboa shit, and they don't make it that far with Mayweather or do anything. Even something as simple as the nose bop that he does. Yeah. Like the level, like, I love that video where it's like it's playing what's that song Biggie where he's like, relax and take notes, poke the marijuana smoke. Yeah, like it's that tune that's part of the something. And so it starts playing and he's like leaning back and Mayweather's coming in and Mayweather drops his hands and like McGregor just goes boop and he touches his nose and you see Mayweather doesn't even react. It's just like this little, and I was like, fuck, man. Like if McGregor had more time in the ring and then fought Mayweather, I feel like that would have went a little bit different because I feel like McGregor would have recognized, don't fucking just empty the tank in the first four. But the counter argument to that is that Mayweather is a defensive boxer.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why he's one of the
greatest. So like the game plans were different. People were like, oh, Mayweather would have ended that if he wanted to. That was Mayweather. That was not. It was never the game plan for him. He was just never been. You know.
So why didn't he?
Yeah. Well,
but he's a defensive boxer.
And he's just I'll just take the shots. Yeah, they're gonna fucking hurt, but rack up the points, or I'll try and get McGregor penalties.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, UFC is totally different, right?
That's what. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So McGregor's so used to like hammer fisting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
He's so used to that. Yeah. So Mayweather was playing that.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just the IQ from the sport.
Yeah. But I think those two guys knew. They're not like, even though Mayweather can't read, and even though McGregor fucking has his like stupid moments, you can't even read.
No, I know. Just when you said that, there's this really funny. Have you seen 50 Cent's ASL,
the ALS bucket challenge.
Yeah. He was like,
yeah, he calls out Mayweather.
ALS ice challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book,
yeah,
I'll give 75,000 to it. Whatever, bro. It was so funny. But no, just when you said that, it reminded me of that, and I love that video. So
yeah, like I feel like those. No, they knew 100% like the promotion shit.
Yeah.
Like they 100%
the
like those some of the smartest
that's what matters
shit in sports.
About like contact sports like boxing. Sorry, combat sports, not contact.
Yeah,
like boxing, MMA and stuff like that. It's more about the lead up.
The story, like the story is huge,
and the shit talking was fucking
phenomenal.
Oh my god,
perfect.
Everyone on the count of 3.
I was there.
Oh, in Toronto?
Yeah.
Yo, was that at Budweiser stage?
Yeah, it was.
Dude.
It was fucking crazy.
That shit looked lit.
Stage. I only call it the Molson Amphitheater because I'm a purist. I'm sorry.
Landon, do me a favor, move that tripod and get the fuck out of here.
You fucking pussy.
How dare, I'm older than you, man. I should be saying Molson. It's so weird though, because I've driven by it like 10 times in the last like 3 months, and I keep seeing Budweiser.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I've forgotten about Molson.
Weird.
I call it Scotia now. I don't even think about ACC unless like I don't call it Air Canada Center. ACC comes out as muscle memory. It's wild.
Yeah, I call it.
You know, but I still call it the Sky Dome.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm 50-50. I'll be like, oh yeah, the Sky Dome or the Rogers Center. It's like,
Yeah.
but
people know. Regardless.
yeah, but the Scotiabank for me, it's like it's always the ACC.
Yeah,
How often are you in the area off of like the Gardner in there?
Not much.
I'm there like frequently.
You're there. I was gonna say you're probably there
So
a
I
lot.
see it all the time, and I'm like, the big S.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of like the little like graffiti S that we used to draw in high school and shit. You know?
Super S, yeah.
But yeah, like those guys are smart. And I kind of like that in any industry where, the giants of, in any respect, in any regard, like group together and they do something like, are you guys fans of, it's Pearl Jam and Nirvana? You guys fans of those bands?
Oh yeah.
Nirvana.
Yeah. So the bassist of Nirvana,
Nirvana,
Matt Cameron or whatever his name is, Chamberlain, the drummer of Pearl Jam, and another singer from another band just made like a super group called Third Secret.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's dope. It is really good music.
Why is
I
it
mean,
cool about
if
that?
you like that 90s sound, it's really good. But they've made like a super group. And Leo was talking about this too. We have a Flat 5 iMessage group chat. Which is, fuck. Like, no one else in the entire world has this, man. Like,
If
fuck,
you're not
dude.
in it, you're a fucking loser, and it's
Yeah,
not
it's-
because it's for business.
Yeah, literally. But he was talking about, there was another, the Traveling Wilburys, is that it?
Highwayman.
Is that Highwayman? That's what
Johnny
it is, yeah.
Cash, Nelson. Fuck.
What was the other one? It was
It's
heavy
a
hitters
bunch of
for like
country
country
artists,
rock, heavy fucking hitters,
Yeah.
like all like big names making a super group, and like that to me, like
Neil Young was in it.
yeah, like Mayweather, McGregor, like when the worlds collide, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Hannah Montana,
Yeah.
when they all get in,
Yeah.
like that's the best shit, Wasn't there one of Jimmy Neutron and something else?
Yeah, Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner. That shit was
That's what it
fucking
was.
tight.
Yeah.
Fairly Odd Parents.
That's just lit. I love that.
Oh, I don't
But,
like
like-
Fairly Odd Parents though.
No. But
You don't
that-
like
that
Fairly Odd
Jimmy
Parents?
Neutron
Oh, I
was-
loved
Jimmy
it as a
Neutron was
kid.
the shit.
Yes.
SpongeBob the shit.
What did you think about Ben 10?
Never watched
That's
it.
tight.
Ben 10 was dope.
Never
Yo,
liked it.
Weekenders. Did you guys watch Weekenders?
No.
Speaking of another fucking TikTok trend, did you see that stupid fucking thing? It was
What
like
thing?
girls, they would like show what they're attracted to, and then they would like do the wash thing, but they would lick their hand first and then do the wash thing.
No,
It
I
was a
don't know
long
what that
time
is.
ago.
I have
It was
no idea what that
stupid
is.
as fuck. And it really pissed me off because it ruined my childhood.
No, yeah, I have no idea. I had it. So in my music room, like the classroom, there was like some stickers there. It's like these old Hannah Montana stickers.
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, "Do you want a Hannah Montana sticker?" My student's like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Oh, how
Do you have-
dare you, child!"
Do you have Disney Plus? Go watch
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, for real.
What do you think
Like-
TV shows are around for kids now? Like, probably
Well,
fucking suck.
I don't know about. I would imagine the shows suck because TV's gone down. But like the two big things right now are Encanto, and like we don't talk about Bruno and
Encanto's crazy. I love that
Luca or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
Oh,
or,
that Disney movie. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, the movie Soul. I watched that movie, almost made me cry.
Is it
Good
good?
movie.
Yo,
I
Good
feel like
movie.
as a musician, I should watch it. Just
dude.
because
Oh my
I'm
god, yeah, bro.
a piece of shit.
Go home now.
Good movie.
Fuck, dude. Don't even edit this one. No, okay.
Honestly.
I'm being sarcastic. Please don't do
Don't
that.
please edit it.
Yeah, please edit it, dude.
Well, like I have two older brothers, so they have kids.
Oh, true.
So
What's that dynamic like being
I
an
know,
uncle,
I was
bro?
thinking about that.
being younger,
Being an uncle.
being an uncle, It is.
Let's unpack
Are you
this.
Like the cool uncle, though?
Yeah, 100% he's the cool
yeah,
uncle.
yeah.
Come to the
Yo,
show
use the
with
kids as bait when you're
Yeah,
at an open house. Like,
But like they're always like, Uncle Dan or Zio, like, can we play? Like, can we play on your Xbox? And I'm like,
yeah. You got games on your phone?
yeah, like, it's an expensive system.
Yeah, literally.
I see how you treat your toys. I see how you treat your toys, bro. Like,
I've seen the way you treat your iPad. That
Yeah.
your dad got you.
you're an
Yeah.
iPad kid. This is a controller.
Yeah.
But like, the shows that they watch, like, obviously I have like a younger niece, so she's like Coco Melon, like that type of shit.
Oh my, I have a. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna get on a tangent there. Go ahead.
What about
But
the Wiggles?
yeah,
Tom's taking
Yeah,
they're-
for sure,
You know how much the Wiggles fucking make? Side note,
dude.
like 30
They're
million. The red guy makes like
fucked.
fucking 30 million a year.
I want to play for them. So Tame Impala just jammed with them. His own song "Elephant." They just played. Dude, that's like, okay, parents with kids. That is a huge industry.
It is.
That's like one of the things. Like, I've always wanted to find a way to like invest in some sort of
You know
like
the funny
youth
thing,
childcare product.
Because you say parents and kids, the parents with the little kids that are watching the Wiggles probably understand how big of a deal that is because they probably like Tame Impala.
That's a fucking good point, dude. Holy fuck, dude! I didn't think about that either.
Well, I shouldn't say we.
Don't say we.
Sorry.
Say you guys. Make it funny.
No.
Yeah.
Make it special.
You guys are old.
Piece of shit.
But yeah, they make a lot, dude.
Oh yeah.
So what? So
Yeah.
Coco Melon.
Paw Patrol.
That's still around.
Yeah.
bro.
Paw
There's a
Patrol.
movie.
Yeah.
Hey,
The Thundermans.
Don't know.
I've heard of that.
no, I don't.
And there's like other shows that like I don't watch. Like I weren't even out when we were like watching
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
But like
for sure.
my oldest niece, like she will be on Netflix. She'll watch Victorious.
Oh, okay. No, Victoria's
iCarly.
I like that.
Okay,
And-
yeah,
and-
that's like
Slaps.
Victoria's
said-
was
I-
like on our Ant Farm on our way
yeah,
out.
on our way
you
out.
know?
Yeah.
And I said I watched the show. She
Yeah.
goes, no, you didn't. I said I used to watch these shows.
Like they're
when I was a
fucking.
kid,
They're
as
in the
you.
movies that we're watching
yeah.
now. Like,
look at the date that says.
Yeah,
20,
and I
like, you
literally-
weren't even born yet.
So she didn't believe me.
yeah,
So like she was watching one episode of Victorious, I remember. And I
what
remember
was-
like
yeah.
I remember one of the scenes, so I quoted it before the line came out. And she looked at me, she goes,
he knows
it.
too much.
yeah. And I said
Told you.
maybe I didn't watch it, maybe I'm just
Maybe
Yeah,
psychic.
maybe I'm
and
psychic.
It tripped her out. So
Maybe I traveled in time.
yeah.
Yo, growing up, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide was one of my all-time favorites. I loved Good Luck Charlie. Not afraid to admit it.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah.
I love that
I
show.
think, bro, I didn't have fucking Disney Channel. I had YTV.
Yeah, but there was some good stuff on
No,
YTV.
oh yeah, no, YTV, like, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy
Yeah.
Neutron. It was pretty much Nickelodeon.
Fucking
Yeah.
Carlos. Shout out to that legend.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
What was that French one? The ninjas prank patrol.
Oh
The
Holy shit,
yeah.
this unlocked a
Bro.
memory for me. Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Bro,
Dude, my
that
brother
show-
and I
That show
loved
was
that
lit.
show. Oh
It
my
was
God.
still like not like they were replaying old episodes like a few years ago.
Ghostbusters too, or no, not Ghostbusters. Fuck. It was done by the same people. It was like a comedy. Fuck, I can't remember, but it went crazy.
But they were airing
Prank Patrol, but like
Patrol.
they were replaying it, so I used to watch it.
Dude, I can't imagine like the camera quality.
Oh my
Like
God,
I just
stop.
my image of it is just like old,
720.
and they're like, I want to prank my brother because he fucking smacked me in the face when we were playing soccer.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna make him lose his job at fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
I have to watch those again now. Fuck, dude.
Dude, there was that. There was one other one. Oh, Thumb Wrestling Federation.
Holy shit,
Never,
dude! What
never
the
even heard of it.
The
You
thumb.
didn't?
They would
No.
have like these little like
would decorate
knitted
people's
like
thumbs.
lucha libre masks on the
Yeah.
thumbs.
Okay,
and it,
it
was
rings
the
a
two
bell, but I
producers.
never knew that's what it was called.
bro,
TWF, man.
bro.
Bro,
TWF.
why do I remember this? But then I'm like, do we have the SD card for the camera? Like, what the fuck?
Because this shit was
My
cool.
my brain is just coagulated with like
Coagulated.
YTV and fucking
Bro.
and Disney and shit.
Holy shit!
But like the
That-
shows we used to watch, like
quality.
Drake and Josh,
Oh, dude, fucking-
nothing will
where's
ever
the
top
door handle? Like that's just amazing.
Uh,
Try and go outside. Okay. Oh, you see what you did? Like, bro, I love that fucking
but like
show.
those shows will never be touched.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
no,
the thing
they're
is that,
untouchable.
though, it's all about the time, right? Because
Yeah.
when our parents were growing up watching, maybe
The
like
Brady
Seinfeld,
Bunch.
shit
Seinfeld.
like that, right?
Full House.
They would say the same shit.
Yes,
Oh,
for
it's
sure.
never gonna be
Yeah,
redone.
yeah. True.
No, it's
Nah,
true, but it's like
then,
I think the biggest thing is like you're in real estate, but you have an appreciation for the arts as well.
Yeah.
Like you and I work in the arts. Like it's our job to like make sure that we're making shit that the next generation is gonna fuck with. You know, that's why I'm such a big fan of all the new Disney movies that have rolled out.
Bro.
Because movies like Soul, that is gonna like if that's sticking to me as a young adult, that's gonna stick with a kid who's like 9 or 10.
Not fully understand, like,
but they're like, you know, the moments now, like we're going back and watching TV shows and there's like all those innuendos.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my God, like they're gonna have that
later.
with these movies. You know, when we're fucking 30.
Yeah.
When you're 20. You know what I mean?
Hey, come on, that's only in a couple of months.
Leo's like when we're 30, and Leo's like, that's in like 3 years. Like that's fucked. Yeah, have you met Leo before?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I know he is, yo. Yeah. He's always included. Man's fucking working out big, like hard right now. Leo's like, he's the one that like is responsible for printing all those Polaroids. He's up there. Yeah, he does like all of like the photography. You know, he'll hop on the show every now and again. But yeah, man, it's wild. Like, whew, I guess in the same principle too. Yawning is contagious. You're not fucking psychopaths.
I'm not original.
Like what we were saying about like the house, like when you go back to someone's house, like I feel like that's gonna like it's gonna carry with you for eternity.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all those things that's just gonna pass on. Absolutely. Just wild to think about too. Like I was recording a drum cover yesterday. Oh yeah. I was trying to figure out like the lighting settings on this camera here. And then my brother came in and he was like, yeah, bitch. And then he like left the room. And I was like, I'm not deleting that. Cause I know when he is like, you know what I'm actually going to do? And I just had the thought now. When he has kids one day, whenever that happens and his kid swears and he's going to be like, you can't say that. I'm going to show the kids this video. And like this camera, which is 1080p, it doesn't look like fucking 8K or whatever. Right. But like it's going to look old as shit.
Yeah.
When my brother, who's 16, has kids, and they're gonna be like, "How could you guys tell?" I don't know. Maybe he'll just have kids in the metaverse. Maybe they won't even be real.
Oh, ew.
Did you hear about that shit with Snoop Dogg and Death Row?
No.
He wants to be the first recording artist in the metaverse.
Bro, it's getting fucked, man.
Bro, he took off The Chronic from Spotify. Some of his albums, Snoop Dogg's albums, because he owns Death Row now. So a lot of that.
Whoa, where have I been the past? Snoop Dogg owns Death Row. When did this happen,
bro? Around the Super Bowl.
He owns it.
Dude,
I swear Hasbro owns Death Row.
No, he bought it back.
Damn, Snoop, those fucking Uber Eats commercials were paying off. Damn, bro.
The Uber Eats
shit.
The dishes fucking
Tonight I'm eating chicken. Yeah, he is a fucking bag chaser for real, man.
He's about his money.
Don't like him.
You don't like him?
I don't like Snoop Dogg.
What's wrong with
Is it personality or music?
Yeah,
music.
Okay, true.
Like okay, yeah, he's got the like the California Love, whatever.
Yeah,
he's got the few songs I listen to, but like I just can't.
Yeah, there's some people you just don't fuck with. Like that's what I was saying. Like I liked Eminem's personality before. I don't like it now. I liked Eminem. Like I guess I'm just a fucking hater.
No.
You know what I mean though?
He's kind of like that old grumpy dad now.
Yeah,
little hypocritical.
Sorry,
little hypocritical.
Sorry,
he's a little hypocritical.
Oh,
now.
He's super hypocritical. Yeah, fuck. Like
bashing your mom and then you're
literally
telling people who to vote for. Like it's
dude. Yeah, he's getting whacked up. Thankfully, Dre has just been aging like wine. That dude has been fucking amazing. Straight
out of marriage.
Yeah, dude, those guys get married way too often.
No, because it's so fuck. There was a whole thing with his ex because he just got a divorce recently and he has to pay like $4 million alimony like every month or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And every month?
Okay, I might be exaggerating,
but
bro,
it's a big or a year or whatever. That's a big lump sum.
Is,
yeah.
So,
fuck, bro. I'm a state.
For Dr. Dre, is it really though?
Yeah, I know, but fuck, man.
No, but yeah. So no, the thing is, so I can't. One of the other rappers from that time is also going through a divorce at the same time. And so they made like the Straight Outta Compton t-shirts where it was like the parental advisory thing.
Yeah.
But instead of having it said straight out of marriage or straight out of divorce or some shit like that. And they posted it
straight out of marriage.
So fucking funny.
That would be dope.
I'm not gonna lie, like I that was funny as fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff too. Like I don't know, it's weird. Like there's moments like where older cousins of mine or uncles or whatever like see the new thing that's happening and they're like, like this is stupid, this isn't gonna make sense or whatever. And I'd be like, maybe they're right. Like I don't fucking know. Like time will tell. And if you're doing anything entrepreneurial, it's good to listen to everybody. Yeah. And then make your own decision, Yeah. And like what's your opinion on NFTs and all and I don't mean like monkey images. I mean like the principle of NFTs.
I mean, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it's like different.
Right.
You know, it's something to learn about. Like it gives us something to learn about and kind of expand. And who knows, in 10 years, will this monkey be fucking a hologram?
Yeah, exactly.
Will this NFT now become it was a picture, but now I can upgrade it for $30,000. My phone can be a hologram or you know, whatever.
It has a lot of opportunity. Yeah,
but like $400,000 for a fucking, you know, a bored ape with a hat.
Yeah, no.
And
see, but that's the part to me that's really dumb and like I don't remember which relative. Somebody was talking about it. Like, it's the dumbest thing in the world. And I'm like,
that was me.
No.
There was
no, I remember because I know your stance on it. I remember you were talking about it, and it can kind of change because it's still so new. But there was a relative of mine that was saying that like it'll never work. It'll never happen. It's a fad. And then I listened to Donald Glover talk about how he could see that replacing like a ticket hub or a ticket master. Like that's where your tickets are. Yeah. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
You know, but the one thing I think that more entrepreneurial people should keep in mind, or anybody that's commission based or anybody that's like in the creative arts, is like, don't go all in.
No. Like
some fucking Chad, you know, with like trust fund, but like consider the possibility and win small, you know?
Yeah.
Because you've got the metaverse already making these regulations. Like they'll be taking 47% of earnings on any NFT sold in the metaverse. So if the big ups are already getting shit done, it's only a matter of time. Do you want to be part of the late crowd or the relatively early crowd? Yeah, for sure. And then I hear like, I'm not the biggest fan of Gary Vee. There are people that ride his horse all day long.
I love him.
I think he says a lot of smart stuff. I wouldn't take him as scripture. No. Again, for the same idea of listen to everybody. Yeah. Like I work in digital audio advertising. I still listen to what people in newspaper and radio have to say because they know it better in principle simply due to experience. Yeah, are they familiar with the new mediums? No. Are they pissed that their shit's burning? Sure. Yes. But they may know something that I don't, and it would be beneficial for me to always listen and do better than they are. Like, you know? And I kind of think sometimes Gary Vee's voice is funny. But I love what he has to say a lot of times.
About my client.
I love his stance on how the education system is today.
Oh yeah.
But like
it sucks.
It's a business. It has nothing to do as a temple or institution of education. It is completely degraded its standards. It is by no means focused on education first. It is solely focused on numbers. That's all it's about.
It never like they never really taught us like actual knowledge.
Yeah.
And back in grade 12, I did a persuasive essay in English, and my topic was a curriculum, like a course, right, just called life. That's the course, a mandatory course.
Yeah.
That you have to take, grade 11 and 12. Taxes, credit card, financing, mortgages.
Damn, you know, you just call.
Right? Like that.
Call. You don't have a credit card?
No.
Oh,
bro,
get one.
Okay, you and I are going after. Like you and I are going after this. You need to start building your credit.
I know. That's my point, but I didn't know that shit. No. I still don't.
I don't remember that life course.
No, we did take it.
No, you said
I said like as a persuasive essay.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you did in high school. I was like, where was I?
My persuasive essay was to like show like to
make it. Right.
Because
okay, I see what you're saying.
When we came out of high school, we got the credit card. For example, let's say.
Yeah.
Right? You see, your credit card limit. Oh, I'll fucking buy that. I'll buy that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, your fucking bill is like $1,000.
You're like,
I don't even have $1,000 to fucking pay it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think like that course, like the educational, like.
No, I agree. That's a good one.
It should be mandatory because people like some people I talk to, especially going into houses and stuff, they ask me questions. Okay, yeah, for sure, ask me questions.
Right.
But like, we should know this stuff already.
Yes.
We should know fucking about taxes, how to do how to situate everything and break it down.
Yep.
Debt, finances, like we should have
we
that
should
shit.
Be literate in these areas.
RRSP is, a TFSA, like that shit should be taught to us at school.
Well, this is the thing too, and this is my thing is it's like people love to say like, oh, you know, like the banks want to keep you sheeple, and I'm like, fucking enough with that idiotic fucking thought and frame of mind. Like, it doesn't actually benefit anybody that is a CEO of whatever to have incompetent people. Like it on 2 or 3 specific scenarios. Otherwise, what you want is people who are financially literate, who know how to use their money, who are then confident with their money, so they're conscious consumers, so that they buy and they really buy and they continue to buy, and they know what their interest rates are. They know what they're getting themselves into because nothing will get fucked up like the 2008 recession that we had to fucking deal with. Like, if you actually educate people, things go better because like your brain is the thing that does everything, man. You know, and it's fucking wild to me how like shit like that doesn't exist, and how people don't value financial literacy or anything at that point. It's like you can't just sit there and say, man, I wish the world wasn't run on money. Yeah, and I wish I was fucking like 7'1" so that I could reach the top, you know, shelf or whatever. That's not the fucking case. Like, yeah, you're tall, man. Fuck off, dude.
No, bro, but you could always be. I want to be like.
Nah, dude, there comes a point where you're really tall and then your ears are cold all the time. And you're like ducking underneath, or it comes too much, you know?
No, I know. I'm just joking.
That's
like,
my client right now.
You have a
super tall.
Yeah.
Every time he goes under,
here, hey.
Has he asked for like a specific home that's got like tall ceilings or something?
No. It's just like certain like houses like that are built differently. Like older homes are like a lot lower. So like I showed him one house and he's like, walking.
Hey,
I'm
man,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, buddy. I'm like,
right
we don't have to fucking force a showing. Like, you're.
Yeah, dude.
You're practically prone. Like, you play Call of Duty right now. You're discreet. Like, we can leave the house. Like, I'm not gonna force you to even fucking try. I'm not even gonna talk to you about putting an offer in. Your back's gonna hurt.
Whose car?
God, I hope it's not mine.
Where did you park?
That way, like by you.
Oh no! Yeah,
oh, it's done now. But nah, hey, listen, if your client's watching and he wants, if he's having issues with being tall, if he wants to lose a couple inches, we can split it. That way.
Yo, have you seen that? The surgery that people have been getting? They like, they're making themselves
take away or make them taller. I've seen it. Yeah, it's fucked.
Bro, this dude was like, he was in surgery. He was like on crutches or whatever, or like you know, like the swing set that you'd use as a kid, like as a baby, like you put your legs through. Yeah. He's in one of those, like working on his legs or whatever part of the body they increase and shit. And then he's like walking normally, and then it's like 3 years later or whatever, like it time lapses, and he fucking man's like running and doing hoops and shit in like this indoor court. And I was like,
oh really?
It's like, what the fuck?
I've heard a lot of things like you can't really do like.
You can't do much. Stuff. Maybe it was fake. I don't know. I just like the doctor was there and he's like, yeah, man. He's like my client and blah blah blah. I was like, this is mental.
You might
to
be
think
able
about
to.
that.
I don't know. I've heard that you can't. Like you might be able to do like mild stuff like that, but I don't think you're supposed to be going and like running marathons and shit. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I wonder what the recovery time is like for that.
Oh, it's probably
years. Yeah,
sure.
Like your body's just
and then probably doing physio.
100% physio would you. I don't think you could not do physio. Like, I wouldn't want to not do physio. That'd be fucked.
No, even if the doctor says, "No, you don't have to," I'm going to
do it. Yeah, no, be smart about it for sure. So what made you want to get into real estate?
So I went to Humber College. So real estate was always going to be like a not a backup. I was always going to get my license just to have it.
Yeah.
So I went to Humber for sports management. Was there for about 24 hours. My professor said, yeah, we're going on a camping trip to, all become friends. I said, right. No, the fuck I'm not. Shut my computer down. Went to my shift at Tim Hortons after that.
Damn.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, I used to work at Tim's. I remember that. Damn.
Uptown,
yeah.
Dang.
Uptown Funk.
Over there?
Yeah. No.
That was my jam.
Yeah.
But
dropped out of that. Took a year off school. Knew I was doing real estate. And then, I just kind of just went with it. Busted my ass studying. Yeah. And here I am.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I feel like, there's the conversation that we heard as kids. I maybe your generation or the generation after you would be different.
Yeah, you're because not that much older than me.
No, but there's just a switch that happens. Like it would always be like doctor, lawyer, trades. Yeah. Doctor, lawyer, trades. And then it was like
not even
doctor, lawyer, real estate, trades, advertising. And then after that it was like, okay, we can start to include like maybe be an actor. Like I'm talking generationally, like being really old, and it starts to like adapt and adapt and adapt. And I feel like real estate is the one, and this is a thought I've had for time. Real estate is always the one industry that people like always kind of shortchange on, like how successful you could really be
100%.
in that industry, because of the fact that everybody needs a roof over their head. Condo, apartment, basement, detached, semi, mansion, farm, whatever it is, everybody needs a fucking roof over their head.
Of course.
You know, and I like me growing up, I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew that I'd be able to do things that are outside of music that are still in the realm, or at least in the Venn diagram of it, like a podcast, like a digital audio agency. I don't have to just be playing drums all day, because you got to wait for that break to happen if it happens. If not, you need to be running things, right? And like, I feel like with real estate, not no one, but it's not the first thing at the top of mind to be like, hey, if you don't know what you want to do when you're fucking 14, like imagine the concept of being a real estate agent or whatever, or something where it's like, be able to support yourself. You know what I mean? Because like I said, everybody needs a fucking roof over their head. And if you're the guy that provides that for them, like, you're going to be in business. You're going to be fucking having a good life and shit. And I don't know, like, what are hours like in real estate?
It really all depends. Like, someday, like today, like it's Good Friday, so like whatever.
Yeah.
My phone's not really. You saw me check my phone a few times because a few messages, but
of course, yeah.
The other day was just call after call after call after call.
Yeah.
I drove to Burlington for a showing. I'm getting calls while I'm going to Burlington. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes you just leave me alone.
Decompress.
Just you know.
So do you work for like an agency, or are you?
I work for Remax.
Oh, I know Remax.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at us.
I thought so, but I mean, like, you never know, because I know like some people do like have their, like, I don't know if they have like their own business or whatever. But,
like some people are more individual.
Yeah.
What about guys like Frank Leo?
He works for Remax.
Oh, he works for Remax.
Yeah. So, but he has his team.
Do you know Mr. Leo?
Not personally.
Not personally. I know of him.
Yeah, no, I've definitely received a few emails from him.
Hey, let's
Nice.
go. But moves. What the fuck?
To join his team, but no.
Not interested in joining his
No.
team? How come?
Because I'm with a team at Remax that I'm at
you
right
already got a
now.
squad. Yeah.
And every team has their ways.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So you guys know Frank Leo.
Yeah,
So obviously,
'cause
he's a
big buyer.
fucking big
Just-
guy in
he's
the
a
real
lion.
estate industry.
Yeah, he's a lion.
So he's going to be taking the bigger projects,
Of course.
and the rest of his team might get like other leads to go, like in leads, like
You're seeing like a trickle down effect?
yeah. So like, okay, I'm Frank Leo. I'm too busy with fucking the 10 listings I got.
Yeah.
Ian, I'm giving you these 2 people. Call them and see if. Well,
Mm.
I don't want that
Yeah.
because
you know.
yeah, okay.
Well, you want scale. Like you want to be able
those
to
2
climb
leads.
up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You might fucking secure them.
Yeah.
Or they might just be like, yeah, not interested.
I wanted Frank
Or
or
they
whatever.
won't. Or they won't even answer you. I get leads sometimes, and I email them. They ask for info
Yeah.
on properties, and I give them to them.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Tritone. Like, fuck, man, the amount of times where people said I'm not interested is high because, you know, if you don't understand the medium, if you're not aware of the brand name, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck off, you know? But then there's times where they're like, okay, I think I'm interested, and then they know more about it, and just some people just aren't ready. Like we were saying, like, you know, you can go in, talk to a family or whatever. They're like, yeah, you know, I don't know. And then 7 years goes by. Well, we moved with this other agent. Wasn't a great time. We remembered you. I wish we had went with you the first time we moved. Now we're moving again.
Yeah.
DeRosa, show us around kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, I feel like the idea, like, it goes back to what we were saying about social media. Like, consistency, anything is crucial. You know, like, you're 23 now. Like, imagine Daniel DeRosa, the real estate agent at 45.
Yeah.
You know, who's just got like years under the belt. Like,
Of course. Yeah.
Gonna be fucking.
Yeah.
You know?
I could like people ask me like, what do you want from the career?
Mm.
Like, do you just? I said, I just like I want to be known as the guy. Like when people think of like Toronto real estate,
Yeah.
or real estate in general in the GTA, they think of me.
They think of you. Absolutely.
But like not in a cocky way.
No, but in a way
right?
of like,
but
a
in a way of like,
sustainable
I
career.
busted my ass for fucking 15
Absolutely.
years.
Yeah.
I want to be the guy.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. But that's the thing, though. It's noble and respectable when you're the guy that went ground up.
Yeah.
Who put the work in. It's always like that. This is why people aren't fans of other people who have just been given hand-me-downs. You know.
Yeah.
Now there are some people that get it and they do well with it or they do better. But I mean, I guess I'm speaking stereotypically, but everyone loves the story of like the come up. You know what I mean? Like climbing to the top kind of thing. And you know, I think. Like, again, going back to your saying about, like, creating a course about life, like, I feel like a whole day's worth of school in that class should literally just be talking about, hey, do your due diligence in researching any fucking industry. It could be studying polar bears. It could be fucking adult toys. It could be fucking anything. I don't care what it is. But, like, study
adult
it.
toys, yeah. Caught me off guard.
Absolutely, man.
Polar bears, so
because that's a fucking real industry. I imagine that shit's lucrative.
Handcuffs
you know?
Crazy.
Yeah. Like the whole
With the
thing
pink
is
fur?
to just fucking do your due diligence. Like I remember two good friends of mine and we took a day because one of our buddies had a car. It was like grade 11 or grade 12. I think it was grade 11, like the summer. We took a drive and we went down to a couple universities and colleges and we went around and we kind of just got a feel for the lay of the land and like, do I like this school? Do I want this one? There was no one that told us to do it. One of us had the idea of it. Or maybe we were all thinking about it and we went in and we did our due diligence and we looked around and it was like, okay, you know what? I want to go to this school. And I don't know if my parents will give me shit. I don't know if they know this, but like when the time came for music, it was the whole thing. It's like, it's not super sustainable. It's not education. You're going there to learn. You're going there for performance and that stuff. Like make sure you apply everywhere. I only applied to Humber. I didn't apply to UFT, Western, Laurier, RAC, Metalworks. I could have easily gone there. I was like, I only want to go to Humber because of the program, because of the curriculum, because of the resources that's there, because of the people that have graduated there, and because of the faculty. I did my due diligence. I've done more with that 1 year than, stereotypically speaking, again, most music students have done with a 4-year program.
Yeah.
Because it's like, fucking study. And that's what I mean. Like that should be like a whole topic in that kind of life course. Like, hey, you're about to go embark on something that's supposed to be your life career, like the B movie. Like, I'm going to be the fucking wax bowl guy. Like, yeah, man, you should really study up before you drop 30, 40 grand on some shit, you know? So,
and I think, like, nowadays, like, people, like, everyone wants to be rich. They want to have...
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this because it stems from, like, all the actors, the rappers, of course, with the Rolexes, the fucking
the pop culture,
you know, the hype beast clothing,
absolutely.
the streetwear.
Yeah,
everyone wants that. Yeah, great. But for me, what I look at is if you're happy doing a job that you like, that's what should matter. Yeah, so like, I told someone, a good friend of mine, like he was like trying to figure out a job. I said, bro, I don't care if you go work at a zoo and you clean up gorilla shit for 8 hours. I swear to God.
If you like it.
If you come home and you said, fuck, man, cleaning up that gorilla shit today.
Was the highlight of my
this day fucking slapped.
It ripped, homie.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know, I cleaned up bigger shit today than I ever had. You know, I'm happy that the gorillas are fucking healthy.
Yeah. Bro, I'm at fucking 58 pounds of shit this month.
If you come home and you're fulfilled with your day, all to you. Yeah. I don't want like people around me and friends, family coming home and say, fuck, I hate my job. Yeah. I'd rather you make 60K and be fucking happy than make 200K and be a miserable fuck.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there's a thing to it too, right? Like, I feel like some people, and again, it's much easier said than done if you already have the opinion, but like, you know, some people, what is it? Is it a nomad that loves to stay in one spot? Is that what it is? Nomads? Or a nomad someone that like is always about? Like there's some people that are like, you know what? Like I don't, like my dream job is in Texas and I'm afraid to move to Texas. So I'm going to take this other shitty job and live in Toronto because it's where I know. And I feel like some people could benefit a little bit more, for lack of better words, which is a term that Leo put in my brain, is world citizens. Not being like, there's no fucking borders. That's stupid. But I mean like being comfortable with like, I'm going to go live in another country for 3 years to really try and do this thing that I want to do.
Do the unusual.
Do the unusual. And again, it's so much easier said than done. And I feel like there's moments either the way your brain is already or, you know, like how you were brought up where some people are just uncomfortable with that. Like that. And that's why I say it's easier said than done. I just feel like people would live a much more full, rich, holistic life if they were able to like conceptualize and create a plan and do the things that they actually wanted to do.
Oh yeah.
Because when you started real estate, you fully knew it's like eat what you kill. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. It's the same thing with music. It's the same thing with advertising. It's to some degree teaching. You know what I mean? In some scenarios, like you know what you're getting into. You know, kill them kids, bro. Kill them kids. Fuck them. Kill a kid. But like if people just like I said. And I apologize to sound like a broken record, but like if people did their due diligence, they would live a more holistic. Oh, yeah. Now, again, people have fucking rough scenarios where like you got to do what you got to do, right? And this is one of the things that I like about someone like Gary Vee, where he's like, okay, you go work your 9 to 5 to pay your bills. Just sit down for 2 hours. You get home at 6 o'clock. You have an hour commute or whatever. From 6 to 8, sit down. Do what you want to do, because if you really wanted to fucking do it, it wouldn't feel like work. You know?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like this to me doesn't feel like work. And I was talking to my dad about it this morning. Like, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go do another podcast." He's like, "Oh, nice." He's like, "I feel like this is going to pay off for you in 6 years' time." And I'm like, "If it doesn't matter. I'm kind of doing this for fun. You know, I just love like sitting down and fucking chatting with people and like taking a couple hours to like decompress." And just like, you know, shoot the shit and not have like with Tritone the level of like methodical speech I have to have, because I'm talking to people who are much bigger, much more important in an industry, and I'm trying to get them to help me with my thing. Mm-hmm. The level of like planned thought that has to go into it in every conversation. Like I'm sure you get this with fucking emails. Write out your email, go back, revise it. Go grab a coffee, whatever, come back to the email, okay, send it, your heart, and then fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that happens all the fucking time. Yeah. So, like, again, like, if people just did their due diligence, you know? I mean, you and fucking bass, you know the amount of gigs you're going to get, because everybody needs a bassist, bro.
I hope so.
You just got to just fucking go out there, man.
Well, that's the thing, right? I'm, in my program at Laurier, I'm maybe one of 4 out of the entire program.
Bruh.
Hypothetically, let's just say 1 for each year.
Bruh.
3 or 4. Yeah.
What?
But in my year for year 2, I would say, at least my specific program, I would say there's 2 of us. There are people who can play the bass. But
yeah, but like
players. I would argue that I'm the better one.
Oh.
Sorry, Isabella.
Bro.
Oh,
she doesn't watch this.
Calling names.
Name.
Damn, man.
She's great.
Savage season.
No, I think she's really good. It's just, but the thing is, I think I've been playing longer for sure, because she started out with guitar first.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's funny though. Like
fucking man. Like, I don't know. Bassists are like,
oh, fuck me. We're great. We're great.
You are great.
Bassists
you are great for sure. Bassists are like a
a
true defenseman on a team.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Amen.
Like someone that loves the position, like staying back.
But you can say the same thing about drums though.
But I feel like drums are like goalies. Like I get to be on the whole time, and I get to have like when a bassist plays like a solo, people are like,
dang,
you know.
Yeah, that's.
But when a drummer goes like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh fuck. Okay, I hate this shit on your instrument, bro. But like,
that's true.
you know.
But like the thing, I just think like from like a musical standpoint, I think a band is, well, I shouldn't say I think, because I think it's a widely known like opinion, but like the drummer is probably like
the band is as good as its drummer. Yes. But drummers would say the band feels as together. Yeah. Like the bassist is the glue.
That's true.
You know, like I'm leading, but the bassist is the glue.
That's true.
So now we got to make a flat 5 band.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you sing.
I was gonna talk about that.
Have Leo play guitar. I'll be on drums. Yeah. You can play bass.
You and I have never jammed before, which is really funny to me, because we've known each other. Well, I shouldn't. Like,
well, we've known each other since I was in high. Like, because we used to work at Harvey's together.
Okay.
It was like 6 months or whatever.
Fuck you, Harvey.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
But
bro.
like, because I was just thinking about it when we were talking about the performance thing.
Yeah.
Like, at Rockstar Arcadia or whatever, right? I was like, yeah, like we haven't, and it's just especially since you're a drummer and I'm a bassist, right? Like that's like
dude, come jam with us, man.
Yeah,
Be the
dude,
singer.
come,
Not that good.
Yeah,
but-
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
Neither am I, man. Yo, when we were in high school, I vaguely remember our music tastes were similar. Like there was one class that we had where you listened to like metal and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was.
Yeah. I listened to.
Was it Amity? Amity Affliction?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
What's one song I just downloaded? Aviana, Oblivion.
I don't think I know that tune. Is that metal?
It like now I'm starting to see it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it just goes fuck.
Yeah.
And it just goes
I've
crazy.
Heard,
Goes
that's
hard?
Yeah, that's how I heard it.
Right?
That's the thing. with
Landon,
TikTok,
edit
too.
that one on there. I'm gonna
Alright,
fucking.
But like
bet.
the misconception with that type of music is people always looked at me like why the fuck you listen to that shit? Like what the fuck are you doing?
There's a lot of talent that goes into metal. Dude.
Yeah.
It's insane. I say metal is just jazz with distortion slapped onto it because it's pretty much what it is.
Or like in terms of like technicality,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
for sure. I mean the phrasing is different.
No, I know.
And metal's not like dun, 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 like it's not.
It could be.
It could be. That's
It could
true.
be,
Actually,
hey, bro, hey.
the minute I started swinging, I was like, wait a minute,
Whoa, hey.
that exists.
Whoa.
But yeah, I see what you mean about like jazz with
Yeah,
distortion.
man.
You know,
Like like in the modal. Fuck, I'm gonna get into like a whole music thing. I'm gonna not. Never mind.
modal. Nah, man.
But, like-
that's too far out.
Yeah.
Like I hear people talking at the gym like, "Oh, I got to listen to metal when I work out." I said, "Try driving to work for 28 minutes and listening to
Yeah,
it."
dude.
Dude, as a kid, I
Totally.
used to sleep listening to Slipknot,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Like,
people
easy.
equal shit. Yeah.
Dude,
100%.
oh yeah, bro.
I'm
That shit is fucking fire, man.
I'm walking to school listening to my Gojira and shit, homeboy.
Do you
I'm
listen to
grabbing a
Gojira?
coffee at no. I'm going to Tim Hortons. I'm fucking windows down in the summer, just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
listen to Slipknot. And people are like looking at me. I'm like,
Slipknot,
hey, fuck.
Hey, bro.
Do you know? So you don't? Do you know Meshuggah?
No,
Do you know Ginger?
no.
Gojira, Meshuggah, Ginger.
Okay.
3 killer bands.
Mastodon too.
Mastodon too. Yeah.
Mastodon's crazy.
Fuck. Do you
That
like
music is
hard
great,
rock?
man.
Hard rock?
Yeah, like hard rock, psychedelic rock. Like I'm trying to think of bands now that would be for sure hard rock. Like I don't know, bands like Baroness
Oh yeah.
or
Royal Blood.
Royal Blood. Yeah, but those are like
Maybe not their
mainstream.
last album, but their
Yeah.
the first two.
Do you listen to Death from Above?
No.
They're a Canadian duo. Drummer sings, and then the
Yeah,
bassist does all the lead
yeah,
stuff.
He does, yeah.
It's like a edgy White Stripes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Okay.
necessarily. Yeah. It's good though.
It's fucking good, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good 2-piece groups out there. Black Keys are fucking amazing. Love them.
21 Pilots.
Yeah, 21 Pilots.
Hey,
They're
no,
good,
they
they're
are
good,
Silk
they're good.
Sonic's fucking dope, obviously.
Suicide
Yeah,
Boys?
You cream
Guys,
anytime.
we can't
You also-
Suicide Boys?
Sorry?
Suicide Boys?
Suicide Boys? Absolutely. I like them. I don't know. I've never heard their whole discography, but I like their music.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm thinking of Death Grips. Fuck.
Death Grips too, though. 100
100.
Gex.
Fuck, nah. Okay, you know what? I'm speaking out of ignorance because I haven't given their music a
Not
listen.
okay. They're not. I would say they are revolutionary for like weird culture,
Okay.
you know. But I don't think they're revolutionary past the level of people that are in the music
Right.
industry just to like it.
Mhm.
You know, like there are music heads like Leo who. Man, I'm talking a lot about this guy today. Might as well just fucking start showing up. I'm just fucking with him. I'm just fucking with him. But like Leo's not a musician, even though he works in the music industry. He pays attention to a lot of the music that's out there.
He has to.
That makes up of like 20% of people. So
Yeah.
100 Gex aren't going to transcend that 20%. They're not going to be a McGregor of, music, right? So,
Hey man.
I mean, I don't think so. I think if anything, people that aren't musicians that don't pay attention to music culture,
Oh, sorry.
you know what I mean? Like
misheard what
the
you
only reason why they'll hear about it is like an Anthony Fantano
Yeah.
or a Dev Lemons or whatever.
said.
Yeah, Anthony Fantano's fucked. And so I'm
Sounds
getting
like
dist-
my high school music teacher.
Anthony Fantano
A guy version of her, yeah.
of Anthony, a girl version of Anthony Fantano.
No. Or yeah, she is a yeah.
Oh, because you said a guy version of
Of
her.
her.
I was like, oh, the teacher was a girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, you need to go back to grammar, bro. Just fucking.
Passion flaky.
Yeah. That's just pronunciation. We did episode 18, the Chaotic Evil.
You didn't watch it?
Episode.
No, you fucking piece of shit.
No, we bought some Vachon products.
Okay.
And he was reading the box of like passion flake, like those little fucking,
Oh, they're so good.
dude, they are good, man. And he was like Payson flaky.
It's because the fucking O looks like a heart, so I thought the heart was just for design.
You fucked up, bro.
Nah, bro.
You fucked up.
I make fun of myself about that though.
But it's good though. That's what you need.
My buddy I got back to Waterloo after that weekend. He was like, "Bro, what the fuck is wrong with
cracked,
you?"
man.
And I'm like, dude,
yeah, for sure.
Brutal. But gentlemen, before we go,
yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to promote and share with our audience here on the podcast?
Honestly, no. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not gonna
No,
just follow my Instagram.
Yes, plug it. You'll put the ads in as well.
I'll put a word.
DeRosa_agent.
Nice.
That's it.
That's what we're talking about. For everybody watching and listening, thank you. I think this episode ran us like 2 hours or something. We started around like 1. Yeah, I think we. So, congrats for being a long-lasting client, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, to all the viewers, all the listeners, thank you guys as always. We're racking up these numbers now in podcasts.
Thanks, guys.
For our friends that watch, whenever the time comes that we need to move out, buy a home, whatever, y'all know who to hit up on your drives to open houses. You know what podcast to listen to. While you're listening to metal, man, we're making a cult here. We're making an audience. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast at all times. And this is episode 22. Daniel DeRosa, my man.
Thank you.
Great to see you for the first time in years. Always a pleasure. Cheer, cheer. Got some new stuff here in the podcast. Yeah. We didn't even mention it, but we got this skull that's got headphones and 2 porcelain animals doing some yoga poses. And we'll do a little plug of the coasters that we got too for all the guests that come on the show. So thank y'all again for coming on. And we'll catch you guys in the next podcast. Take it easy. See ya.